It's time for Wenatchee AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Tonight, the AppleSox take on the Bend Elks in West Coast League play. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Chelan County PUD, Global Car Care, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Mini Blinds and more, One Way Construction, Sangster Motors, and Save Mart. Now, let's go live to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium for tonight's Wenatchee AppleSox game on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station.
And a very pleasant Friday afternoon to you, and welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Wenatchee AppleSox and the Bend Elks. And a lovely evening to you. I'm Eric Granstrom. Temperatures reaching near 90 in the Wenatchee Valley today. A sun-splashed afternoon, and looks like a very pleasant evening for baseball here tonight. There you see our umpires and the two head coaches as they talk about tonight's matchup. The first of three between these two here this weekend at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visitors, as announced by their head coach, who is gathered at home plate right now for the Bend Elks. The Bend Elks, by the way, coming in with a record of 3-8 overall on the season. They're 2-7 in the West Coast League play. Kyle Novak is the head coach. Xander Klaus, the pitching coach. Also assistants are Tyler Graham and Joey Wan. Starting in center field and batting first will be number 23, Gavin Rourke. He is a 5'11", 175-pounder out of Seattle University. Batting second in left field, number 31, Sam Linscott, a 6'3", 193-pounder out of Lewis and Clark State. Batting third at third base will be Julian Kadama, a 6', 195-pound senior out of Seattle U. Batting cleanup, the right fielder is Chase Matheny, a 6'1", 195-pound junior. He is out of South Carolina upstate. Batting fifth, the catcher is Gavin Logan, a 5'10", 190-pound junior out of Oregon State. The DH batting sixth is Bryce Betcher, a 6'2", 195-pound sophomore out of the University of Oregon. Batting seventh at first base will be Daniel Garcia, 6', 185-pound sophomore from Grand Canyon University. Batting eighth at shortstop will be Peter Mendozona, a 6', 185-pound junior from Nevada Reno. And batting ninth at second base will be Matt Dallas, a 6', 190-pound junior out of the University of Oregon. On the mound for the Elks tonight will be George Eisenhart. He's a 6'4", 200-pounder out of Xavier. He's currently with a 0-0 record. This will be his second start of the season. He has a 2.25 earned run average. Meanwhile, for the Wenatchee AppleSox, as announced by their head coach, Ian Sanderson, he's assisted by Danny Pulfer and Wyatt McKnight. Starters tonight and batting first to be right fielder Dakota Duffalo, a 6', 180-pound sophomore out of Utah. First baseman and batting second will be Jackson Vanderbrake, 6', 180-pound sophomore out of Tacoma Community College. The shortstop batting third is Adam Grobe, a 6'1", 190-pound junior from South Carolina upstate. Batting fourth, first baseman Luke Stuka, 6'2", 205-pound sophomore from Saddleback Community College. Batting fifth will be the left fielder Aiden Selfridge, a 6'3", 190-pound junior for the University of Pacific. Batting sixth, the catcher John Newman, who is a junior out of Cal Santa Barbara, 6 foot 210 pounds. And Michael O'Hara is batting seventh, the DH tonight for Wenatchee, a 5'11", 195-pound sophomore from Santa Clara. Batting eighth, the third baseman Zach Toya, a 6'3", 200-pound freshman from Utah. And batting ninth, center fielder Enzo Apodaca, a 5'9", 180-pound freshman from Gonzaga. The pitcher tonight, Gavin Garrell, a 6'4", 216-pounder out of Utah with an 0-2 record and a 7.56 earned run average. We've got our national anthem coming up. We'll have our first pitch on the way. Coming up next, it's AppleSox baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Peace of mind. It's what everybody desires when it comes to ownership of a car. When you purchase and service a car from Apple Valley Honda, we're going to give you a warranty on your new Honda, and it's going to be for life. As a car owner, you pay thousands of dollars to insurance companies to maintain the appearance of your car. At Apple Valley Honda, you'll pay nothing to help you maintain the mechanics of your car. And again, it's for life. At Apple Valley Honda, our customers are valued, and they deserve the peace of mind that comes with a warranty for life. So come visit us. We would love to see you.
Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people. boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play. Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people, boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Yes, we would all love to have a crystal ball to tell us precisely where the local economy and real estate market is headed in 2021 and in the near future. However, what we do have here at NCWLIFE Channel are local experts we connect with every week to give us the inside scoop on all you need to know about your home and our local real estate market. Join me each week while we find out what's happening in the greater Wenatchee Valley. I'm your host, Crystal Hughes, and you are watching At Home with NCWLIFE.
Welcome back to the ballpark as we get ready for baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. The Wenatchee AppleSox taking on the Bend Elks. Wenatchee, I should mention, on the season coming in with a record of 5-6 overall. They're 5-4 in West Coast League play. That's good enough for second place in the North Division. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, committed to preserving the environment, now only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also with other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. Apple Valley Honda, proud to be a Honda Green dealer. Well, excited to have baseball back on the air. It's been 2 years plus for us to have baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel, and we've been busy covering parades and graduations, and so we weren't able to get to the AppleSox until the 12th game of the season. Wenatchee this week has had the week off. Well, sort of. They haven't played baseball, but they have run a clinic here, a camp, if you will, at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium for those older kids, teenagers, and then they'll have a camp for younger kids later on this season. Go to applesox.com to learn more about that. Thanks to Joel Norman, the voice of the AppleSox, on radio tonight on Sunny FM. If you want to shut me up and turn on the radio, you're welcome to do that. I've done that before with the Mariners, that's for sure. Just thanks to Joel for helping me get all the notes together ready for tonight's broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Well, we're ready for baseball. Behind home plate calling balls and strikes is John Poland. The base umpire tonight is Chad Little. And our first batter is Gavin Rourke. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. And we're underway here at 6:37 p.m. Ready for baseball tonight on a beautiful Friday night together. The wind and delivery by Gavin Garrell, swung on and grounded up the first base line, but it's foul. And that'll run the count to 0-2 on Gavin Rourke out of Seattle University. Rourke on the season for the Bend Elks. Batting .286 coming into tonight in West Coast League play. Bend has had a rough start to the season so far. This pitch misses high for a ball. 1-2 to count. But Wenatchee, their break they had this week will be the longest break all season long as they continue what is this 9-game homestand here at Paul Thomas tonight. The 1-2 wind and delivery by the left-hander, Gavin Garrell, is on the way to the plate, swung on and fouled back to the screen behind home plate, and the count remains at 1-2 strikes. Again, the defense for Wenatchee: Luke Stuka at first, Jackson Vanderbrake at second, Adam Grobe the shortstop, Zach Toya is the third baseman, Aiden Selfridge out there in left field, Enzo Apodaca is in center, Dakota Duffalo is in right, and John Newman Jr. is the catcher. That was a check swing. The umpire says, yeah, he went. And so a strikeout swinging is the first out of the ball game. So a good start by Gavin Garrell, and that'll bring up the left fielder Sam Linscott.
That is sock number 1, fans.
Linscott, a 6'3", 193-pounder out of Lewis and Clark State, is leading the team in batting. He's only had 21 at bats so far in 6 games, but he's batting .619. 13 hits in those 21 at-bats this season. He'll step in from the right side here to face the lefty on the mound. And the delivery by Gurrell is a little bit high for ball one. 1-0 the count to Sam Linscott. He'll be followed by Julian Kadama here in the first for Ben. The wind delivery by Gurrell is a strike called. Maybe a little high, but the count even at 1-1. We've got quite a crew, and it's been quite a setup to get things ready to go here for baseball tonight. And appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. The 1-1 pitch from Gurrell swung on and lifted in the air to right field. A long run for the right fielder. He's not going to get to it. It's going to take a hop and go over the fence for a ground rule double, as Duffalo just couldn't catch up to that ball off the bat of the right-handed batter, sailing away from Duffalo out there in right field. So a ground rule double. So Linscott aboard with one down in the first. Then I'll bring up Julian Kadama. You hear the wind picking up in our microphones here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Kadama has only been in one game so far. He was 1 for 3 in that game. Excuse me, 2 for 3 in that game. So his batting average a lofty .667 coming into tonight. Fastball misses high to him. 1-0 to Kadama from Gurrell. Gavin's had a couple of starts so far this season for Wenatchee in West Coast League play. He lost in his last outing to Walla Walla last Sunday. Went 4 1/3, allowed 3 earned runs and 6 hits, 1 strikeout, 3 walks. Swing and a miss here on a hefty fastball, and the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike on Kadama. When Gurrell's been out there, Wenatchee, the one thing that they have struggled on earlier in this season is defensively. Kind of booted the ball around quite a bit. So his ERA is 7.56. Hasn't had a lot of help defensively behind him in his 2 starts. His first start in league play was against Portland. Lost that game as well. Went 4 innings, allowed 4 earned runs on 6 hits, had 5 strikeouts and a couple of walks. 1-1 to count with a runner out there at second base, and Linscott with a ground rule double. Pitch swung on and a fly ball to right center. Who's going to get it? It will be the center fielder Apodaca. And he'll fire that ball back in. Good job of racing out to his left by Apodaca. So a fly out to center for the second out here in the first, and that'll bring up right fielder Chase Matheny. Matheny, a 6'1", 195-pound junior from South Carolina upstate. There's actually 2 players that are playing tonight, both from that same college. One of them plays for the AppleSox. So kind of interesting. I've honestly never heard of South Carolina upstate. Heard of South Carolina State, but not South Carolina upstate. 2 down, 1 aboard. Scoreless game so far as Matheny steps in, takes the first pitch, misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. You see that shot out there from center field on our television screen tonight. That's Dan Kuntz out there, and he's in our man lift. Thanks to local telecommunications for that. Hopefully it doesn't get too windy for him out there tonight. 1-0 pitch to Matheny, swung on and fouled out of play behind home plate. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. We should mention the dimensions here at Paul Thomas. 335 down the left field line, 408 to straightaway center, and 325 to right. The ball does carry to right field. Wind, when it does blow, typically blows out to right. So good opportunity for left-handed bats. Matheny, a right-handed batter at the plate with a count at 1-1. This pitch misses outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, the brainchild of Sandy Cooprider, for whom this entire complex is now named after, rightfully so, here at Wenatchee Valley College. So it is the Sandy Cooprider complex now. 2-1 pitch, misses high for a ball. 3-1 here to Chase Matheny. He does have first base open. This guy's proven to hit pretty good so far this season. Gavin Gurrell with 5 walks and 6 strikeouts in his 2 appearances here so far this season. The 3-1 pitch, a swing and a miss, and the elbow protection for the batter comes off in the process. So the count goes to 3-2. I'll just go ahead and toss that over to the on-deck batter, who is Gavin Logan. Protection? I don't need no protection. Well, it's been weird, folks. These kids have just had not a lot of time to play here in the last couple of years, thanks to COVID. This pitch swung on a line drive to right center. That's going to get down for extra bases. That's going to score a run. As Matheny continues to hit well, he's rounding second, heading for third, and he will get in with a stand-up triple and RBI in the process. And Ben grabs the early lead here, 1-0. Well struck ball, and got a little help from the wind, I assume. That ball chasing away from Enzo Apodaca out there. Just could not get to it. Goes all the way to the fence and bangs off the West Coast League emblem out there in right center field. So 1 in, 1 on, 2 down, and Gavin Logan stepping up. Pitch misses high for a ball. 1-0 the count to Logan, a 5'10", 190-pound junior out of Oregon State University. A lot of Oregon and Oregon State products here in the West Coast League. Swing and a miss on that fastball. Evens the count to Logan at 1 ball and 1 strike. Logan batting .200 on the season coming in. 2 hits and 10 at-bats. He's played in 3 games so far for the Elks. Ooh, this pitch misses just outside. 4-2, 2-1 the count. If you haven't been to Paul Thomas in a while, fantastic new scoreboard. Thanks to the investment of the AppleSox and Jose Oglesby, the owner here. Pitch swung on a fly ball. That could be trouble. Let's see what the wind does with it. Shortstop going out, left fielder coming in, and it will be Selfridge to make the catch for the outs. And that'll do it for Bend. They get a run on a couple of hits. They leave a man. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Bend 1, Wenatchee 2 up next. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
Welcome back once again to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we head to the bottom of the first. Bend leading at 1-0. AppleSox due up here with Dakota Duffalo, Jackson Vandebrake, and Adam Grobe here in their part of the first inning. AppleSox hoping to continue their good fortunes in West Coast League play. They come in out of taking 2 of 3 from Bellingham over last weekend. They lost their last game 12-3 on Sunday to the Bells, but won the first 2 last Friday and Saturday. First time to see the Elks this season for Wenatchee. We apologize, it seems we're having some issues with our connection to that brand new scoreboard here. Looks like it should be operational, but apparently not sending a signal or not sending the data we need in order to have a scoreboard at home. So I will tell you, old radio school, that it's 1-2-0 top of the scoreboard for Bend and 0-0-0 for Wenatchee on the bottom part of the scoreboard. So there you go. Dakota Duffalo, right fielder out of Utah, will lead it off here for the Wenatchee AppleSox.
Dakota Duffalo.
Duffalo on the season for Wenatchee, batting .250 in 9 games so far. He'll step in from the right-handed batter's box. 6'1", 180-pounder, hoping to get things started here early for Wenatchee. And the wind and delivery to him, swung on and fouled off on the right side and out of play. 0-1 the count to Duffalo. George Eisenhart getting the start for Bend tonight. His second start of the season, 0-0 record with a 2.25 earned run average. He's pitched 4 innings so far in league play. Right-hander's next pitch is in for a strike, so he's dotting the plate right now for the Elks. Duffalo back and ready. So too is Eisenhart. And a pitch low and outside, tried to get him to chase, but Duffalo says, no, I see what you're up to there. Again, John Poulin is behind the plate calling balls and strikes tonight. Chad Little on the base paths. The umpiring crew set for the weekend here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. The 1-2 pitch to Duffalo is a little bit high for ball 2. Evens the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes. First of our 5 scheduled broadcasts here on the NCWLIFE Channel. We'll be back here again on a Tuesday night. This pitch swung on and lifted in the air to right field. Right fielder Chase Matheny all over that one, barely has to move, and he makes the catch for the out. So a fly out to right for the first out here in the first for the AppleSox, and that brings up first baseman Jackson Vanderbreg. We'll be back here again on June 29th as the Portland Pickles come calling. And then again on Friday, July 9th with Corvallis coming to town. Friday, July 16th, Ridgefield Raptors here to take on the AppleSox. And then on Friday, July 23rd, Yakima Valley Pippins. This pitch swung on and hit on the ground right in front of the second baseman. Matt Dallas tried to backhand it, but it'll skip into center field for a little bloop single off the bat of Jackson Vanderbreg. So Wenatchee with a 1-out rally here, and that brings up shortstop Adam Grove. Grove's off to a hot start, batting .367 for Wenatchee. Also is tied for the team lead in home runs with 2. Close play over to the bag at first, but not quite in time. On a pickoff move by George Eisenhart. 1 down, 1 aboard for Wenatchee. Infield a double play depth. And the first pitch to Grove on the way, low for ball 1. Have our royalty for Apple Blossom here. I don't know if they're hanging out or not. Looking around, see if I see them here in the crowd. They were here to throw out the first pitch. 1-0 pitch swung on and fisted off the bat to the right side. That's going to be off the base of the fence. And that's going to be a double. AppleSox will hold the runners at second and third. Using that jet stream out to right field, Adam Grove with a 1-out double.
Now batting for the AppleSox.
Vanderbreg ends up at third on the play. And that'll bring up first baseman Luke Stuka. So Stuka a chance to pick up an RBI here. Stuka's got 4 runs driven in so far this season. Comes in batting .185 from the left side against the right-hander on the mound. Stuka out of Saddleback Community College. We've had a few from Saddleback here in Wenatchee. If I'm not mistaken, Saddleback's down in Arizona. The first pitch is across for a strike, 0-1 to count to Stuka. Daniel Garcia is the defensive infielder over at first base. Matt Dallas at second. Peter Mendozona at short. Julian Kadama at third. Pitch to the plate, swung on a miss. He was way out in front of that one, and the count goes to 0-2 on Stuka. Out the outfield, Sam Linscott in left field, Gavin Rourke in center, and Chase Matheny in right. AppleSox with an opportunity. You get a fly ball to the outfield there, and you'll score a run. The 0-2 pitch on the way, swung on and chopped towards the first baseman, and the scorer run's going to score. First baseman Daniel Garcia will take it to the bag himself. Vanderbreg was off on the bouncing ball that slowly ate its way up the first base side. So 3 unassisted on the putout, 2 outs here in the inning. Meanwhile, Grove goes down to third base on the play. We're tied at 1-1. As Aiden Selfridge will step in here for the AppleSox. Batting .167, just 3 hits on the season so far. And 1 RBI, chance to pick up his second on a 2-out hit here. This pitch is in the inside corner for a strike, 0-1 the count. Selfridge kind of wiggled at that pitch that came, looked like it was a curveball coming at him, and kind of flinched a little bit. The 0-1 pitch on the way is nearly in the dirt. Good job by the catcher, Gavin Logan, to stop that one. As Eisenhart continues to throw on a Xavier, 6'4", 200-pounder. The 1-1 delivery is bouncing in. Another nice stop by Logan behind home plate. The count now in Selfridge's favor at 2 balls and a strike. Very respectable summer collegiate baseball played here in the West Coast League. A ton, I mean a ton of players that have come out of the West Coast League are playing in the majors right now. Curveball here is a ball. Wow, that was close. 3-1 the count to Selfridge. John Newman Jr. waiting on deck here, hoping for an opportunity for the AppleSox in this first frame. Tied up at 1 apiece. Selfridge back in and ready, and Eisenhart's 3-1 pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner. So 3-2 count with Grobe at third base, hoping he doesn't get stranded out there. Selfridge back and ready. Here comes the full count pitch to him. Swung on and lifted in the air to center field. Back on the ball goes Rourke, but he'll have plenty of room out there to make the catch for the out. That'll do it for Wenatchee. But they do get a run on a couple of hits. One man is left, and after one, we're all tied at 1. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
If Bigfoot can get cash back with a PUD rebate on heat pump water heaters, so can you. The rebates are real. Save $800 on your next water heater. Visit conservationmakesense.org to learn more. If Bigfoot can get cash back with a PUD rebate on new insulation, so can you. The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakesense.org to learn more.
Our experience with NCWLIFE has been amazing.
People think television and they think it's this huge production thing. It's really expensive.
It's crazy how affordable it is. I couldn't believe it.
It's not as expensive as we thought it was going to be.
I would say I was really surprised to see that it was actually comparable to radio ads or print media.
It was really affordable.
Thanks for joining us for AppleSox Baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. A little breeze blowing out to right field, but I'm kind of thankful for that breeze. Actually, it'd be a little warm out here otherwise. Due up here in the top of the second for Bend, Bryce Betcher, Daniel Garcia, and Peter Mendozona, the 6, 7, and 8 batters, in a 1-1 ball game. AppleSox Baseball brought to you in part by the Chelan County PUD. Rotate. Let's see. Ready, check, launch. Download the Chelan PUD's app at chelanpud.org/app before heading out on the water. You can see what's happening with the water and the flow rates and things like that. So if you decide maybe I'm not as avid a boater as I think I am, then don't challenge it. A bunt right back to the mound. Nice job by Garrell fielding his position and throwing in time to get the out on the first pitch here in the second inning. So 1-3 on the putouts, and that'll bring up first baseman Daniel Garcia. Again, that website, chelanpud.org/app, and download their water app. Doesn't say what it's called in this little dealy bob I've got here, but I'm sure you could probably figure it out. Ball inside on the first pitch to Daniel Garcia. 1-0 the count to the first baseman for the Bend Elks, 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore out of Grand Canyon University. Yes, it's not only online. They actually have a university. This pitch swung on a hit hard but fouled down the right field line and out of play. So the count evens to Garcia at 1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia doing well so far. 7 hits and 19 plate appearances. That's a .368 average. He's got 3 RBIs. Still looking for his first long ball of the season. 1-1 to count to him here, but it is one of those nights where the wind's blowing out to right and a hot night, so that ball's going to carry. Gavin Grell wanted to have a conversation here with John Newman Jr. Make sure they're on the same page, pitcher, catcher. Very important communication out there. Not a bad crowd on hand here. We're almost to the point where things can open back open. We heard about the Seattle Mariners and T-Mobile Park. They're getting a chance to open back up here, next week, I think. Swing and a fly ball popped up in the infield, and who's going to get it? It will be Gurriel. That's a tough play on the mound because you got to deal with that hump around your feet that you can't look at.
Batting for the Bend Elks, the shortstop, number 4, Peter Mendozona.
So 2 down in the second. Good inning so far for Gurriel, and that brings up the shortstop, Peter Mendozona. 6'1", 185-pound junior from Nevada, Reno. Mendozona still looking for his first official at-bat for Bend. He's not in the column so far as their stats are concerned. Swing and a miss. He was behind that fastball from Gavin Gurriel. 0-1 to count. Yeah, usually you'll have one of the fielders, shortstop or third baseman, take over on that play. But, Gurriel was right in the position to make it, so he called it and did a nice job fielding his position. Swung on a fly ball to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit and bounce in front of Dakota Duffalo out there. So a 2-out single by Mendozona, so put him in the score column. Well, not the score column, but put him on the stat sheet. He's batting 1,000. 1 for 1. And the number 9 batter in the order for Bend will step up here in the top of the second. Second baseman Matt Dallas. Dallas batting .278 on the season. In 5 games, he's had 18 plate appearances. First pitch to him is a swing, maybe a foul tip into the glove of Newman. 0-1 to count, nonetheless, to Matt Dallas. 2 down here in the second. Tie ball game at 1-1. Thanks for joining us on the NCWLIFE Channel tonight, no matter where you might be. We're streaming on Facebook. Hello, all you Facebook fans out there. This pitch is low and outside for a ball. 1-1 to count. Coming up next inning, we'll catch you up to date on what happened yesterday in the West Coast League and what's happening around the rest of the league. We'll do that as we get into the bottom of the second. A little note for Tucker Wagner back in our studios. 1-1 to count to Dallas. Runner at first, Mendozona. Decent lead out there. Swinging a foul back and out of play, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Of course, I go way back here with the AppleSox. I was the radio announcer when they first started the program here back in 2000. And these pine trees that are behind the home plate here at the ballpark, they were maybe about 10 feet tall when we started things. And now they're, 50 feet tall, something like that. Yeah, I'm old. The 1-2 pitch swung on and cued off the end of the bat into a very full dugout over there with Ben. Yeah, that's a good scene of the dugout over there. The rosters have expanded, so look at that. They barely have enough seats. Take a number. And, of course, the Elks, who got the front row, having to stare into our setting sun here at Paul Thomas. 1-2 the count to Matt Dallas. A toss over to the bag at first is not in time as he got a help from a chorus of teammates in the dugout. Yeah, I think the roster's expanded to 45 players because of COVID and because of the shutdown last year. The 1-2 pitch on the way from Gurriel is inside. I thought it hit him. The umpire didn't put up his hands, so it was a live ball, just missing ball 2 inside, and a nice job of scrambling by John Newman Jr., the catcher for the AppleSox. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner aboard is Mendozona over there at first base. He got on with a 2-out single to right. And now the 2-2 pitch to Dallas. Swung on a miss. It's in the dirt, so Newman will fire down to first base, and a nice job of a K2-3 officially, and that'll do it for Bend here in the second. To get a runner aboard on a hit, they leave a man. We'll head to the bottom of the second. All tied at 1. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places, we have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Well, catcher John Newman Jr. will lead things off here in the bottom of the second for Wenatchee. He'll be followed by Michael O'Hara, who's the DH tonight, and Zach Toya, the third baseman. That's the lineup for Wenatchee in a 1-1 ball game as George Eisenhart continues to twirl on the mound. The first pitch here misses inside for a ball. 1-0 the count to John Newman Jr. Anytime they put the junior on there, I got to make sure and include it. John looking for his first official at-bat in West Coast League play, so doesn't have a record as of yet. Second pitch misses for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Newman. AppleSox with a run on 2 hits in the first. This pitch misses high, so ball 3. So nice job by Newman to keep a good eye there. Michael O'Hara waiting on deck. Newman out of Cal State Santa Barbara, 6 foot, 210-pound sophomore. 3-0 the count. Pitched by Eisenhart, misses for a ball. Did it miss for a ball? Yes, it did. Okay. Umpire kind of barked, and I didn't know if he barked a ball or if he barked something else. So there you go. AppleSox will now bring out the DH, Michael O'Hara, out of Santa Clara. Sophomore from Santa Clara, 5'11", 195 pounds. Wenatchee's been waiting on some players to come into town, and so their limited play so far in West Coast League 9 games. Some of these players have not had an at-bat in West Coast League play. First pitch misses for ball 1, so 5 balls in a row here thrown by George Eisenhart. This pitch is across for a strike as he took a little off of that one. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, coming up here in a moment, we'll get you up to date on what happened last night across the West Coast League, so hold on for that. And get this after the at-bat by Michael O'Hara. Run up first with a short lead is Newman. And the 1-1 pitch by Eisenhart is low and outside for ball 2. 2-1 to Michael O'Hara. So some activity on the base paths in the first couple frames here for Wenatchee. Wenatchee on the season. I'll get those stats I put together. This pitch misses outside and goes all the way to the backstop, and that allows Newman to get down to second base on a wild pitch. The count goes to 3-1 to O'Hara. Wenatchee not the greatest so far this season on run differential. They're minus 20 overall. 44 runs for, 64 runs against so far this season for Wenatchee. But you get some base runners, you get some runners in scoring position, and gives you the chance. This pitch swung on a hit hard to right field. That's going to drop down for a base hit. Rounding third, Newman's going to score on the play. Give an RBI single to Michael O'Hara. Now he'll move to second base on the throw that comes through the infield. And Wenatchee takes a 2-1 lead. Newman was off on the crack as he saw that ball was going to dive down in front of Gavin Rourke out there in center field. So the AppleSox
now batting
with a run lead at 2-1, and that brings up Zach Toya. Let's quickly run you down what happened in West Coast League play last night. Ridgefield topped Bend 11-8. Walla Walla beat Corvallis 7-6. It was Port Angeles over Bellingham 6-3. Yakima Valley won a non-leaguer against Redmond 13-5, and the Portland Pickles beat the Portland Rosebuds 12-1. That was what happened last night. As far as tonight, we'll tell you about that in just a moment. Good lead out there at second by Newman. Ball got away from the catcher, but didn't go very far. On a pitch in the dirt to Toya. 1-0 the count. So O'Hara will hold up out there at second base. Eisenhart didn't like his foothold there on the mound, so he'll reset himself before he comes set. And a turnaround throw to second base. The shortstop, Mendozona, had worked in behind the base runner, O'Hara. He's in there safely. As far as the West Coast League tonight, aside from this one here, Cowlitz at Corvallis, Bellingham hosting Portland. The Drive Line Entitlers at Port Angeles tonight, and Highline at Walla Walla. The low pitch in the dirt again, but a nice stop by Gavin Logan back there, and the count goes to 2-0 to Toya. Zach Toya at the plate. His older brother played for Wenatchee here a few years ago. So good to have Toya here. Good to have a decent crowd on hand here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Hey, there's me. Little conversation on the mound happening right now.
Visit our stores in Leavenworth and Wenatchee today. Marston and Marshall Lumber.
A little wild hair this inning for the Bend Elks. Pitching coach Xander Klaus comes out there. I mean, you talk about a great name. I mean, Xander Klaus. I hope he was a reliever. Came out of the pen. Closer, Xander Klaus. I mean, that just is, I mean, good job, Mom and Dad. With the names there. 2-0 to Toya here. As Eisenhart now pitching from the shadows out there on the mound. The pitch here is across for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1 on Zach Toya. Toya, a 6'3", 200-pound freshman out of Utah. Welcome to the AppleSox. Playing third base tonight. Wears that 28 on his uniform. This pitch bounces in for a ball, and the count runs to 3-1 on Toya. So Newman got aboard on a leadoff walk and then moved to second on a wild pitch, then scored on the base hit by Michael O'Hara, who's out there at second base right now. They did give an error on the throw-in that allowed O'Hara to move down to second base, by the way. Swing and a foul at the plate by Toya, and the count goes to 3-2, and I think he's a little angry with himself. He swung at a ball that probably was ball 4. Enzo Apodaca is on deck waiting to hit for Wenatchee. Good crowd still filtering in here to the ballpark. Oh, royalty is still here. You see them back behind the press box here at Paul Thomas. Full count. Pitch bounces in for another ball, and catcher Gavin Logan will keep an eye on it as it skips out in front of him to the left. So O'Hara hangs out there at second base. Toya aboard with a one-out walk. That brings up Enzo Apodaca. Apodaca, a redshirt freshman out of Gonzaga, 5'9", 180 pounds. He's the shortest one on the roster here for the AppleSox. And a little struggle so far with a wood bat, batting 154 so far for Wenatchee. And that's the big thing that I love about summer collegiate baseball. As these college players come in, they've been hitting with aluminum all season long, and then have to come here and do it for real with a wood bat. First pitch is in for a strike to Apodaca, and the count 0-1 from George Eisenhart. Eisenhart looking for his first win of the season. This is only his second start. The 0-1 pitch is a check swing. The umpire says he went around, and the count goes to 0-2 to Apodaca. That pitch was well in the dirt. So Enzo probably not happy with himself about that one. Apodaca back in the left-handed batter's box. Wind blowing out to right here at Paul Thomas tonight. The 0-2 pitch swung on and hit hard, and that is going to be caught by the center fielder, Gavin Rourke. Everybody will hold right where they are on a line out to center for the second out. And back to the top of the order for Wenatchee to Dakota Duffalo. He flew out to right in his first at-bat back in the first. AppleSox baseball here on the broadcast tonight, brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Excellent customer service for imported, domestic, and diesel vehicles. Global Car Care, they speak your car's language, no matter what language that might be. I swear my truck is Greek. It's a Ford, but it's Greek. I don't understand half the electronics in it. The pitch here is low and in the dirt for a ball to Duffalo. 1-0 the count. So a lot of pitches thrown here by George Eisenhart in the first 2 frames here. Again, those expanded rosters have allowed teams to really bring in a bunch of pitchers. And holy cow, does Bend have a lot of pitchers on their roster. 1-0 pitch, swung on and popped up, foul and out of play on the first base side. The count evens to Duffalo at 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 pitchers that are active on the roster. And then they've got another 6 that are not active. So, yeah, that's a lot to choose from. The 1-1 pitch by Eisenhart is a fastball missing. Let's see. I think it hit him. Umpire is saying, nope, that hit him. So Duffalo is going to get down to first base. Hit by pitch. O'Hare will move to second. Toya to, oh, excuse me. No, they called a balk. I'm sorry. My apologies. That was a balk. So a non-pitch moves the runners up. All right. Didn't hear the umpire there. The base umpire, Chad Little, called the balk. Now from the windup, Eisenhart will work 1-1 here to Duffalo. That bounces in again. Another good stop by Gavin Logan. Is doing a nice job as a backstop back there on plenty of pitches, especially this inning that are looking for worms behind home plate. Duffalo a chance to make a real dent here with 2 outs in the second and runners at second and third. The 2-1 pitch swung on and hit hard to the left side. It's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Unfortunately, there was a hesitation by Toya running from second to third, so he'll just pick up 1 run here on the base hit. Give an RBI to Duffalo. O'Hara scores easily on the play, and Toya winds up down at third base. That'll bring up first baseman Jackson Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake got a base hit in his first at bat. A little blooper that skipped right in front of Matt Davis out there behind the bag at second. Hey, it works. In the paper tomorrow, it's still a base hit. So anybody reading about it, they're going to go, man, that must have been just a rocket shot. Pitch from Eisenhart is outside with a fastball. 1-0 the count to Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake on the season coming in batting 150 into this game, but he's up that a little bit with his first base hit tonight. Vanderbrake back in the right-handed batter's box, but there's going to be a toss over to the bag at first by Eisenhart to keep an eye on Duffalo over there. Speed at the bag at first. Duffalo's going to go. The pitch is low and outside. The throw down to second base, not in time, so give a stolen base to Duffalo. Toya will hold up at third on the play. The ball was low for ball 2. So 2-0 the count to Vanderbrake. So another chance for the AppleSox with 2 outs here to do some more damage as they lead it 3-1 here in the bottom of the second. Eisenhart ready. The 2-0 pitch is a curveball in for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1 on Vanderbrake. Toya at third base. Duffalo at second. Looking for a 2-out here from Vanderbrake. The 2-1 pitch is across for a strike, taken, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Beautiful setting here, Paul Thomas. And the trees have grown so much that you're really not in the sunshine for very long here. You get in the shade here pretty quick. Called strike 3, so gone looking is Vanderbrake. And I'm sorry, that was just the first out of the inning. I thought that was 2 outs. So just 2 outs now, and that'll bring up shortstop Adam Grove. Grove with a double off the fence and right in his first at bat. Trying to almost got his 3rd home run of the season going the opposite way. He has cranked 1 here out to left, which is difficult to do at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. First pitch to Grove misses high for ball 1. 1-0 the count. So the AppleSox putting pressure on George Eisenhart here in the early going. In fact, there is a man warming up down to the bullpen now for Bend. I'll get you his name coming up. The 1-0 pitch on the way to the plate is a curveball in there for a strike, and the count 1-1 to Adam Grobe. Looks like number 43 down on the bullpen warming up. That would be Bryce Allen out of Federal Way, a senior at Florida Atlantic, warming up in the pen here for Bend. 1-1 to count to Grobe, and the pitch is taken a little bit out of the strike zone for ball 2. So the 7th man coming to the plate here for Wenatchee in this second frame. 2 runs in, 2 runners aboard, and a 2-1 count on Adam Grobe. Eisenhardt's delivery to the plate swung on a miss, and that fastball was low. Helped the pitcher out a little bit there, did Grobe, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big shout out to Joel Norman, the voice of the AppleSox on radio, on our friends at Sunny FM, heard all over North Central Washington. Well, they've got, what, 5, 6 repeaters? Swing and a miss, and so after giving up a couple of runs, Eisenhardt strikes out the last 2 batters here in the frame. AppleSox get 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 2. We'll head to the 3rd. It is Wenatchee leading Bend by a score of 3-1. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue, or visit online at savemart.net.
To achieve greatness once, it's not the end of the journey. It is only the beginning. Introducing the next all-electric super truck. The revolutionary GMC Hummer EV SUV. Reserve one now while they last.
Well, you're back just in time for the Wenatchee World Newspaper Delivery Derby. They have a couple of youngsters that are on first and third base. They run out to second. They try to deliver the paper out there, but you know the coyote is always a pester out there, a trickster. So here they go. I didn't catch the youngster's name there at first base, but and of course the coyote. Yeah, always just a pain in the hind end. Looks like the youngster at first base is going to be the winner. There you go. Some of the stuff that happens at the ballpark. Bring the kids, bring the grandkids. Come on out to watch an AppleSox baseball game. Celebrate summer 1 inning at a time. Head to the 3rd, top of the order due up for Bend. Gavin Rourke, Sam Linscott, and Julian Kadama due up here for the Elks as Gavin Garrell continues to pitch for the AppleSox. Garrell with a couple of strikeouts so far in the ball game. Rourke's 0 for 1, one of those 2 strikeout victims back in the first inning. A bunt attempt up the third baseline. Beauty. Catcher out, will field and throw. Newman's throw to first base, not in time. And a bunt single. For Gavin Rourke. That was a gorgeous bunt. Out in front of the plate on the third base side. Only guy that could get to it was John Newman. But right-handed catcher fields the ball with his back to first base, has to spin all the way around and then try to throw it over there, and that's tough. Nice job by Luke Stuka to come off the bag to field it. This pitch swung on a grounded towards third, fumbled for a moment, then throw to first base. The only play for Zach Toya, and he will get the out there. Meanwhile, down to second goes Rourke on the play. 5-3 on the putout on Linscott. At least he got one. Toya staying with it. That'll bring up third baseman Julian Kadama. Kadama is 0 for 1. He flew out to center back in the first. For Ben, steps in the left-handed batter's box here. Well, the wind that was kind of swirling and blowing out to right the first couple of frames seems to have settled down a little bit here. Pitch by Gurrell bounces in, and we'll have to check and see. He checked his swing, but I don't know if he checked it all the way. The umpires check with each other, and they say, yeah, he did hold up on it. 1-0 the count to Julian Kadama. AppleSox Baseball on the air, brought to you by Laura Mounter Real Estate, voted world's best realtor in the Valley for 2020. Thank you, Laura Mounter Real Estate, for sponsoring some of our community events here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Can't get any more community than baseball here at Paul Thomas. Pitch swung on and fouled back, and somebody's going to chase after that one outside the stadium. I think it got just outside behind our general admission seating here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Congratulations, Sandy Cooprider. Well deserving to have this entire complex, the soccer, the softball, the baseball fields, all named after him. This pitch swung on a grounder right to first. Nice play to his right is Stuka. He'll race to the bag and get there in time for the out. 3 unassisted on the putouts on Kadama. Down to third base goes Gavin Rourke. Beautiful play by Luke Stuka over there. Down to a knee to his right, able to field the ball and then get back up to his feet and hustle back over to the bag in time. Gurrell was trying to run over there and cover as well, but Stuka took it to the bag himself. So 2 down here in the second brings up Chase Matheny. He had a triple in his first plate appearance and an RBI. This pitch misses high. Look out. Came a little chin music there. 1-0 the count to Matheny. We were talking about Matheny coming in batting .357 and one of the better batters. That's why he's in the cleanup spot, and he showed that right away. This pitch is inside and hit him. So our first hit batsman of the night will put Matheny aboard at first base. That'll bring up catcher Gavin Logan. AppleSox Baseball also brought to you by Mini Blinds and More. They specialize in custom blinds, shades, draperies, exterior awnings, exterior sunscreens with unmatched customer service. Mini Blinds and More. Fastball here misses for a ball to Gavin Logan. 1-0 the count. Boy, I'm rusty here. Been a while since I've done my own scorebook, so I've completely screwed up my columns. I got to fix that. We're in the top of the third. It is a 3-1 Wenatchee lead here. I understand we got our scoreboard working again, or working for the first time, so happy to hear that you've got that graphic on the screen. 2-0 the count to Gavin Logan. Runners on the corners with 2 down. This pitch is a fastball. My goodness. Didn't miss by much, but the umpire says it does miss for ball 3. And believe it or not, Joel Norman was asking me, he says, well, Eric, you want me to send you some of the stuff electronically, or do you want me to print it for you? And I said, well, Joel, you know, I'm old school. Old school. I'm so old school on paper that I have whiteout with me. Yes, I do. 3-0 the count to Logan here, and this pitch is in for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. Ball nibbled on the outside portion of the plate. Yes, I have a what is it? Tombow mono correction tape. Yes, it even says retro on it. That's how old school I am. Next pitch taken by Logan. Count runs full at 3-2, so the runner is going to go here on this next pitch with 2 down into third. Runners on the corners. Rourke at third, Matheny at first, and the pitch on the way swung on and hit hard, and that's going to drop down for a base hit, and that's going to get extra bases, may clean up 2 runs. It will. All the way to the fence the ball goes, and it will be Logan trotting into second with a stand-up double. He ties the game at 3-3. Give 2 RBIs to Gavin Logan on a ball that split the gap between Selfridge and Apodaca out there. Goes all the way to the fence right at the feet of Dan Kuntz out there. So a 2-run, 2-out double ties the game at 3, and that'll bring up designated hitter Bryce Betcher. Betcher tried to bunt himself aboard in the second, and bunted right back to Gurrell. So Gavin finds himself in a little sticky situation here, giving up a 2 spot with 2 outs. This pitch is in for a strike, and the count 0-1 on Bryce Betcher. Betcher coming in batting .222 on the season. He's played in 3 games up until this one here tonight. 9 plate appearances. 3 RBIs, so that's pretty good. Not many games. Pitch here misses low. Ball got out of the vision of John Newman for a moment. He goes scrambling around. That's where you need help from the home fans here at Paul Thomas. They're hollering at him and saying, it's right beneath you, right beneath you. Count evens to Betcher, a ball and a strike. 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Bend. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Wenatchee. This pitch is inside and almost hit the batter. Count goes to 2-1 on Betcher. Daniel Garcia hoping for a shot here in the 3rd. So it's a little crooked number action happening so far in this game. Wenatchee with a 2 spot in the 2nd and gave it right back with a 2 spot here in the 3rd, hoping to keep it right at that. 2-1 pitch. Curveball in there for a strike, and the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wenatchee coming into tonight's 2nd place in the West Coast League in the North Division behind Yakima Valley. Pippin's off to a good start at 7-2. Wenatchee coming into tonight 5-4 in league play. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it here for the Elks in the 3rd, but they do get a couple of runs on a couple of base hits. 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, all tied at 3. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Folks, that's
Hi, everybody. In North Central Washington, I'm Dan Kuntz, and I do the honors each and every weekday morning at 7 a.m. to bring you live local news, local weather, local sports. It's called Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's a fun show. I enjoy doing it. I invite you to watch it. It's Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. live right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I interview movers and shakers. We have a good time. Start your day live and local. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley right here with yours truly on the NCWLIFE Channel.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakesense.org to learn more.
Well, back and forth seesaw battle here tonight, all tied at 3 as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Due up for the AppleSox will be the 4, 5, and 6 batters. Luke Stuka, Aiden Selfridge, and John Newman Jr. Appreciate you joining us for AppleSox baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Weird, yeah, we had graduation here, well, some of the graduations 2 weeks ago now. And we're well into the summer collegiate baseball season, but high school basketball is just wrapping up this weekend. Eastmont and Wenatchee in a semifinal tonight at different locations. Best of luck to the Wildcats and the Panthers. Wenatchee playing at home tonight. Bouncing in with the first pitch is George Eisenhart to Luke Stuka, 1-0 the count. Stuka 0 for 1. He grounded back to the first baseman in the first, 3 unassisted to Daniel Garcia over there. This pitch is outside for ball 2, 2-0 the count. So a lot of pitches thrown by George Eisenhart, but he ends up striking out the final 2 batters in the 2nd after giving up 2 runs in an inning that looked like it would blow up. This pitch misses away for ball 3, 3-0 the count to Stuka. Saddleback Community College sophomore steps back in the left-handed batter's box for Wenatchee, and the 3-0 delivery by Eisenhart is bouncing in and all the way to the backstop for ball 4. So a leadoff walk again. That cost him back in the 2nd as Newman got aboard on a walk and then came around and scored on the base hit by Michael O'Hara. Then O'Hara scored on a base hit by Dakota Duffalo. Wenatchee looked like it was going to do a lot more damage in that inning, but then a couple of strikeouts back-to-back to end the frame. Aiden Selfridge stepping up now in the right-hander's batter's box. Swings and misses at the first pitch in the count 0-1. Many schools of thought on that. You have a pitcher out there that looks like he's struggling. Throws 4 consecutive balls. That pitch looked like it may have been a little low, but Selfridge aggressive at the plate, thinking possibly, well, he's got to come in with a strike here, so I better be ready. 0-1 the count to Selfridge with a runner at first base. Check swing. I think he checked it. Ball goes all the way to the backstop, and down to second base on a wild pitch goes Stuka. So very similar to last inning, as Newman got aboard on a walk and then moved to second on a wild pitch. So a couple of wild pitches here in this game for Eisenart, and the count now even to Selfridge at a ball and a strike. Selfridge back in there. He flew out to center back in the first, 0-for-1 night so far. And the pitch from Eisenhart swung on a chop towards the third baseman. He'll look the runner back at second, throw to first in time for the out there. And whipping the ball back to second was Daniel Garcia, not in time to get Stuka. And out recorded 5-3 on the putout on Selfridge for the first out here in the third. And that'll bring up catcher John Newman Jr. Wenatchee will be home for 2 more this weekend against Bend. Come on out to the ballpark. 6:35 game time tomorrow, 6:30 or 5:35 on Sunday. Great fun entertainment for the whole family here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Go online to get your tickets at applesox.com. They've also gone online with some of the ordering opportunities here at the ballpark for concessions and such. So make it a little easier. You just go up there and say, hey, I ordered, I paid, give me my stuff. Swing and a foul out of play on the first base side by Newman. 0-1 the count. Newman led off the second with a walk, came around and scored. 0-1. I had to mention the wind, didn't I? Yeah, wind looked like it was kind of dying down, but now here she is again. It's forecast to really blow tomorrow. Be kind of nasty here in Wenatchee. The 0-1 pitch is in there for a strike. The count goes to 0-2 quickly on John Newman Jr. All tied at 3-3. I was just talking last inning about the equipment working again for the scoreboard, but then as soon as I said it, it went down. So apologies for that. Swing and a miss here by Newman. He's gone on another strikeout here by Eisenart. It's been kind of a roller coaster ride for George Eisenart so far in this ballgame. That's his third strikeout. 2 outs here in the third. And that'll bring up designated hitter Michael O'Hara. O'Hara got a base hit to an RBI in the second, so he's 1 for 1 of the ballgame. Moved to second on a throwing error by the center fielder on that ball that went out to center field. So O'Hara, if he can find a way to get a 2-out hit here. Stuka with pretty good speed out there at second base. Seems it would be an opportunity for Wenatchee to score a run. Pitch to the plate here, swung on and hit hard. That's going to drop down for a base hit. It goes to the left fielder, and rounding third, heading for home. Here's a close play at the plate, and sliding in safely with the run is Luke Stuka, giving RBI to Michael O'Hara. Wenatchee now leads it 4-3. Boy, there was no stopping Stuka as he came around to score from first base on the play. No, second base, as he was down at second on a wild pitch. Usually that ball that's hit to left, I mean, that's in front of the runner. Sam Linscott's throw, though, was off the mark. And Stuka scores, and Wenatchee retakes the lead here, 4-3. And the first pitch misses to Zach Toya. 1-0 the count to the third baseman for Wenatchee. O'Hara with the lead over there at first base. The pitch bounces in for a ball. 2-0 the count to Toya. Toya worked a bases loaded walk in the second. Got as far as third base, but was left stranded out there on the strikeouts back-to-back by Vandenbrake and Grove. The 2-0 pitch swung on and grounded towards shortstop. He'll range to his left, then flip the ball to second. Not in time. Tough play for Mendozona. Ranging to his left, that ball slowly bounding. He was able to field it, but then had no chance at getting anything on the ball as he flipped it over to Matt Dallas, the second baseman. So give a base hit to Toya. O'Hara winds up at second base. And a little magic here with 2 down for the AppleSox brings up center fielder Enzo Apodaca. He lined out to center back in the second. Left-handed batter's box is where he stands. The first pitch is a little low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Apodaca. George Eisenhart ready with the next pitch. It's low for a ball. 2-0 the count to Apodaca. So Wenatchee reclaims the lead here. Yeah, seesaw battle here tonight, definitely. Bend took the lead with a run in the first. Wenatchee tied it with a run in the second. Wenatchee scored 2 in the second inning to take a 3-1 lead, but then gave it right back with 2 runs by Bend in the third. And now Wenatchee reclaims the lead with a run here in the bottom of the third, and the count is run 3-0 on Enzo. Hitter's pitch here with O'Hara at second, Toya at first. This pitch taken all the way by Apodaca, and the count goes to 3-1 on the strike across the knees. Well, Ben had a body warming up down to the bullpen. I assume that he's probably warm if they need him here. And a turnaround look, that was close to a balk. Close, but he did continue that movement towards second base. Did not throw the ball, however. Count remains at 3-1 on Apodaca. Eisenhart's pitch low and in the dirt for ball 4. So the second walk here in the inning will load the bases for Wenatchee. O'Hara ends up at second. O'Hara at third, Toya at second. And back to the top of the order for Dakota Duffalo. Duffalo with an RBI single in his last at bat in the first. He's 1 for 2 tonight. So Wenatchee looking to open things up here with 2 down in the third and the bases jammed. Eisenhart working from the windup now with a big deep breath out there, and the delivery to the plate is a curve ball, a little bit low for a ball. Flinching was Duffalo at the plate, but he wisely let it go by for ball 1. Father's Day coming up on Sunday. Bring Dad out to the ballpark. This pitch is a strike called. Wow, I thought that was low as well, but it evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike to Dakota Duffalo. 1 in for Wenatchee on a base hit by Michael O'Hara, RBI. Scored Stuka, and that's where we are, 4-3 right now. Pitch to the plate, curveball in there for a strike as well. He took a lot off of that one. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Duffalo, so he's got to be a hitter in here. Steps out of the box, steps back in with the right foot, then the left foot, taps the back of that plate, wags that black bat around with the red tape on the handle, and the 1-2 pitch misses high for a ball. Evens the count at 2-2. Yeah, Father's Day, Sunday. Happy Dad's Day to everybody. Got a nice message from my daughter here the other day. Thank you, Gracie, for wishing me a happy Father's Day. Going to head up after the ball game tonight and head up to Winthrop where we've got some property. I'm going to celebrate my dad's Father's Day. This pitch swung on the ground towards the shortstop, fielding it cleanly. It's a little throw high, but they do get the out at second on the toss by Mendozona. So that'll do it for Wenatchee, but they do get 1 run. They leave 3. We'll head to the 4th inning of play. Wenatchee on top of Bend. 4-3, you're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Peace of mind. It's what everybody desires when it comes to ownership of a car. When you purchase and service a car from Apple Valley Honda, we're going to give you a warranty on your new Honda, and it's going to be for life. As a car owner, you pay thousands of dollars to insurance companies to maintain the appearance of your car. At Apple Valley Honda, you'll pay nothing to help you maintain the mechanics of your car. And again, it's for life. At Apple Valley Honda, our customers are valued, and they deserve the peace of mind that comes with the warranty for life. So come visit us. We would love to see you.
Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people, boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play. Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people, boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we head to the top of the fourth inning. A 4-3 ball game. Wenatchee on top of Bend. We're still kind of scrambling behind the scenes here trying to get our equipment working that interfaces with the scoreboard here at Paul Thomas. So we have, in the meantime, lost one of our camera folks to try to troubleshoot here. So get that for you. Daniel Garcia leads it off here in the fourth against Gavin Garrell, and the first pitch by the left-hander is swung on him, foul back and out of play. The count 0-1 to Garcia. Garcia popped out to the pitcher in his first at-bat in the second, so he's 0 for 1 tonight. Peter Mandizona and Matt Dallas also do up bottom of the order here for Bend in their part of the fourth. Shadows continue to creep out here on the field surface. Curveball misses just low for ball one, 1-1 to Garcia. A big pine tree that's been a hallmark here at the stadium, right over by the concession stand window, has well, it's been a large-sized tree ever since they started playing here at Paul Thomas. 2-1 the count as this pitch misses high. So that provides a shade on a sunny day that reaches across the mound. That's the first part of shadows you'll see here at Paul Thomas. A little shock of sunshine between the mound and home. Strike cold here, and the count evens to Garcia at 2-2. So this batter, Garcia, standing in the left-handed batter's box. You can see the sun on his uniform glinting off of his helmet, but shadows around his feet. This pitch swung on the ground and towards the second baseman. Staying with it is Vanderbrake. He'll throw to first in time. Nice play by Jackson Vanderbrake. Tough play to his left, kind of between hops. Came up on him, but he was able to stay with it and get the out on Garcia. So one down here in the fourth. That'll bring up shortstop Peter Mandizona. By the way, after the ball game, we'll have a chance to talk with Ian Sanderson, the head coach for the AppleSox, and maybe talk to one of his players as well. We're so short on time for a pregame with the game starting at 6:35 and our newscast that runs till 6:30 that we just don't have a lot of time to do a lot of pregame stuff that we normally would. So apologies to that, but we will get Ian on the postgame show here on the NCWLIFE Channel, so hold on for that. First pitch to Mandizona fouled off, so the 0-1 pitch from Gavin Garrell on the way bounces in for a ball. 1-1 the count. Mandizona with a base hit to right in his first at bat in the second, so he's 1 for 1 in the ball game so far this evening. Bryce Allen back up and throwing in the pen down for Bend down the right field line. Curveball here, called strike to Mandizona. So the count runs to 1-2 in Gavin Garrell's favor. Some pretty good defensive plays here behind Garrell tonight. That's good to see. I know that's something Ian Sanderson was hoping would kind of shore up a little bit, is the defense. Swing and a miss on this pitch. Strikeout number 4 in the ball game for Gavin Garrell. Second out here in the fourth, and that'll bring up Matt Dallas. He struck out in his first plate appearance in the second.
4 Sox, one more, and it's blind sock time thanks to the Washington Lottery.
So 4 strikeouts for Gavin Garrell. One more, and he'll match his season high in a start back earlier this month at Portland. First pitch is a curve in for a strike at the count 0-1 to Matt Dallas. I'll get the phone out, check the Mariners for you coming up in just a little bit as they continue a homestand at T-Mobile Park tonight. This pitch swung on and grounded towards the left side. Third baseman over. Toya will field and throw a little high on the throw, though, and pulled Stuka off the bag. So safe at first on the play is Matt Dallas. And we'll see what they ruled at. Toya ranging to his left, and they're going to call that an error on Toya. So E5 will put Dallas aboard and back to the top of the order here for Bend for Gavin Rourke. Rourke is 1 for 2. Got aboard on a bunt single. Beautiful bunt in the third. He ended up scoring on a 2-run double by Gavin Logan. He also struck out in the first. Swing and a miss here on a hefty fastball from Gavin Garrell. So Gavin versus Gavin. Now, how often are you going to see that? Well, millennials. That's when you're going to see that. 0-1 to count to Rourke. as Gavin Gurrell will toss over to the bag at first and kind of telegraph that. So back easy to the bag was Matt Dallas. Rourke hitting .286 coming into the ball game here tonight. That bunt single was his 5th hit of the season. Gurrell ready, and the 0-1 pitch on the way to the plate. Swung on, popped up to the left side of the infield, but this is going to get out of play and hit just behind our cameraman down here, Matthew Baxter. 0-2 the count to Gavin Rourke. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by One Way Construction. Your project, your way. Call 509-679-3256 today. Online as well at onewayconstruction.com. 0-2 count to Gavin Rourke. Gurrell trying to get his second scoreless inning. This pitch is a little bit high. Meanwhile, the runner from first broke on the pitch, and so a stolen base Matt Dallas will earn, and the count runs to 1-2 on Gavin Rourke. Catcher John Newman didn't even give a shot at throwing down to second base because he wanted to frame that ball for the umpire, but he couldn't get John Poulin to bite. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's in the dirt for a ball. Nice stop by Newman. Count runs even now to 2 balls and 2 strikes. There is a meeting happening down in the bullpen area for Wenatchee. Nobody throwing right now. Probably talking about who's going to have the best looking player cards. Joel Norman was telling me that they have some of the player cards out here at the ballpark this weekend, so you can grab a player card for your youngster and have them get that signed, autographed after the game. How cool is that? Turn around and look at second by Gurrell, but nobody was covering the bag, so no throw by Gurrell. 2-2 count, 2 down, runner aboard, and the pitch to the plate is a fastball missing outside for ball 3. So he was ahead and now has worked it full as Gavin Rourke. I guess I should say Rourke was behind, and now he's worked it into his favor. First base open. Nobody in here for Bend in the 4th, and Gavin Gurrell would like to keep it just like that and put a goose egg up on the board. This pitch bounces in for a ball. Nice stop again by John Newman Jr. And a 2-out walk issued to Gavin Rourke. Now you got first base open. Got a guy fleet of foot at the plate. You know, that doesn't hurt so bad other than, you know, stats-wise. Your college coach is watching it. What are you doing? You got how many walks did you have this year? Well, situationally, you got to think about that too. Left fielder Sam Linscott steps up now. He's got a double. He scored a run, and he grounded out to third in his last at bat in the 3rd. So be ready, Zach Toya. The first pitch here is in for a strike with a fastball. 0-1 the count to Sam Linscott. So Gurrell got the first 2 batters out, but then has struggled a tad with an error and now a walk and an 0-1 count to Sam Linscott. Linscott all the way in the back portion of that right-handed batter's box. He swings and fouls this one off into the netting on the first base side. The count 0-2 to Linscott. I haven't paid attention, honestly. Typically here, the tradition has been for the fans along the first base line when the first base coach for Wenatchee trots out onto the field, there's a rousing applause over there. Now, I've been busy doing notes and everything else here, so I haven't seen that yet. Pitch here is, oh, mamacita, a little bit inside, I guess. And the count 1-2. Little tip of doff of the cap to my mom in heaven on that one. Her latter life, I called her mamacita every time I came in the house. Hello, mamacita. 1-2 the count to Linscott. Gavin Gurrell trying to get himself out of a little jam here in this 4th frame. Pitch on the way to the plate, inside, and hit him. Ouch. So a hit batsman here with 2 down. Nothing you want to see if you're Coach Ian Sanderson. So now the bases are jammed with Elks, and that brings up third baseman Julian Kadama. Kadama 0 for 2 in the night. He flew out to center and grounded back to first in the 3rd. Gavin Gurrell, meanwhile, took a little meeting with himself behind the mound to get himself mentally right before he attempts the next pitch, as he'll work from the windup now with runners at first, second, and third base. Nobody in. 4-3 ball game. Wenatchee clinging to the lead right here. Fastball in for a strike to Kadama, and the count 0-1. Kadama's last name spelled exactly like the hand stick game, the hand stick ball game, the Kadama. The 0-1 pitch is in the dirt for a ball with a curveball there, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Kadama holding up. That was all the rage here a couple Christmases ago. Locally at Hooked on Toys, they could not keep them in stock. It's a wooden ball on a string on a wooden stick, and the ball has a hole in it. And you try to flip the ball up and land it on top of the string. This pitch is a curveball in for a strike, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So he's ahead of another batter. He was ahead of Linscott and then hit him. Now he's got a 1-2 count on Kadama. Gavin Gurrell, man out of Utah, trying to get another out here and keep the scoreboard right where it stays. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Beautiful curveball, and that'll do it for Bend here in the 4th. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Wenatchee still leads it 4-3. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter real estate agent show you the difference.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast tonight here of AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Eric Granstrom with you, and a cast of hundreds here at the ballpark. It's a really good crowd here tonight at Paul Thomas, considering there still are limitations on seating and, distancing and all that kind of fun stuff. Two up here for the AppleSox in the 4th, Jackson Vanderbrake, Adam Grobe, and Luke Stuka. The 2, 3, and 4 batters in the order for Wenatchee. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Sangster Motors, home of the all-electric Hummer AV and SUV. Order yours today. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors. I saw on Facebook today that Sangster Motors was rated world's best by readers of the Wenatchee World. Congratulations to Sangster Motors. Boys do a great job down there. 1-2 runs. I didn't keep up on my paperwork last inning for Wenatchee, so hold on here. And Wenatchee left 1-2 batters, 2 runners. Yeah, 2 runners on the base. Okay, there you go. Wenatchee has 5 left on base so far in this ball game. 6 left on base for Bend. As we start the 4th, Jackson Vanderbrake coming up, and I did not hear the first base coach just ran out past the first baseline, and there was not a peep from the fans over there. So apparently we've lost those that typically kept that tradition alive of cheering heartily for the first base coach when he runs out to assume the position in front of the visitors' dugout. Oh, we got to school him up here, gang. Vanderbrake turns to bunt. He'll take the pitch. It's low for ball 1. Vanderbrake in the ball game with a base hit and a strikeout, so he's 1 for 2. He also scored a run back in the first, Wenatchee's first run of the ball game. Wenatchee with 4 runs on 5 hits and an error, 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors for Bend so far in the ball game, and they've got a new pitcher out there. It was the youngster I was talking about that was warming up. This foul ball down the right field line is getting it out of play, well, towards the bullpen area, and the count to Vanderbrake goes to a ball and a strike. So no pitcher on the mound is Bryson Allen out of Federal Way. Senior from Florida Atlantic, 6'1", 200-pounder. now taking over on the mound after 3 innings thrown by George Eisenhart here tonight. He's on the hook for this one right now anyway. Bryson Allen. Ball 2 here to Vandenbreg from Allen. Bryson Allen on the season. This is his second appearance. He's gone 2 2/3. He has a 10.12 ERA so far. In his one appearance, he gave up 5 runs on 7 hits, 3 of which earned. Vandenbreg fouls the next pitch off, so it's now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes from Bryce Allen. So we'll get you the final numbers on Eisenhart here in a moment. 2-2 pitch, swung on a foul back, barely got a piece of that one to stay alive. So Eisenhart gave up the 4 spot on the scoreboard here. And I've got 7 base hits for the AppleSox. They only have 5 on the board up there. Pitch swung on him, popped up to the right side of the infield, and second baseman going back out onto the grass. Matt Dallas will make the catch for the out. So a pop out to the 4 if you're keeping track at home. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Brings up shortstop Adam Grobe. Yeah, so the AppleSox, I had 2 hits in the first, 3 hits in the second, 2 hits in the third. So if I do my math correctly, Mrs. Stewart, that's 7. But they only have 5 on the board up there. So not sure exactly what happened there. 1 or 3 of the 4 runs were earned for Mr. Eisenhart tonight. As Adam Grobe steps up, he's got a double in the ball game. Takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. He struck out his last appearance to end the second when it looked like Wenatchee could have blown the doors off here. Allen ready, and the left-hander's 0-1 pitch is low for a ball. Evens the count to Grobe at 1 ball and 1 strike. There was 4 walks for Eisenhart in the ball game. This pitch swung on a grounded foul on the third base side. That's where assistant coach for the AppleSox tries to field it. A little Olay ball there. 1-2 the count to Grobe, who was way out in front of that pitch from Bryson Allen. Second pitcher of the night for Bend. Left-hander's 1-2 pitch is outside for ball 2. Eisenhart struck out the final 2 batters he faced in the second to get out of that jam. He ended up with 3 strikeouts in the ball game. So that's the line for Eisenhart here. This pitch swung on a well-hit ball to right center field. Backing up on the run was Gavin O'Rourke. He'll turn around and find the ball and make the catch for the out to deep out to center. Second out of the 4th. Brings up first baseman Luke Stuka. Luke looking for his first hit tonight. He grounded back to the first baseman in the first and then walked and scored in the third. So 3rd time around at the plate tonight for Luke Stuka out of Saddleback Community College. Stuka steps up in the left-handed batter's box, so that breeze kind of blowing out to right here. And the pitch is swung on and missed on the first pitch that looked a little low. 0-1 to count to Stuka. He was looking maybe for a homer on that pitch right there. Stuka on the season looking for his first home run. This pitch swung on. He's way out in front of that one as it will scamper off of the netting to protect the fans here and skip around to some of the staff that's sitting out in front of the dugout, and a very full dugout over on the first base side for Bend. 0-2 count to Stuka, and the Allen pitch is bouncing in just a little outside. So the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Our broadcast also tonight brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, providing outstanding value and service since 1962. That is Save Mart. 1-2 the count to Stuka, and Allen's pitch to him swung on a grounded towards the second baseman. Backhanding the ball nicely as Dallas. The throw to first is high, but he reaches around, does Daniel Garcia, and applies the tag as the runner goes by. How about that? 4-3 on a dynamic putout, and that'll end it here in the 4th inning. We'll head to the 5th frame with Wenatchee still on top of Bend. 4-3. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
If Bigfoot can get cash back with a PUD rebate on heat pump water heaters, so can you. The rebates are real. Save $800 on your next water heater. Visit conservationmakesense.org to learn more. If Bigfoot can get cash back with a PUD rebate on new insulation, so can you. The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakesense.org to learn more.
Our experience with NCWLIFE has been amazing.
People think television and they think it's this huge production thing. It's really expensive.
It's crazy how affordable it is. I couldn't believe it.
It's not as expensive as we thought it was going to be.
I would say I was really surprised to see that it was actually comparable to radio ads or print media.
It was really affordable.
For an opportunity, look us up on Facebook or visit IPEW19.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, and the AppleSox mascot Coyote has joined us here on the broadcast. How you doing, Coyote? Good to see you, buddy. It's good to be back here at the ballpark, and of course, so good so far for the AppleSox, leading at 4-3. New pitcher on the mound for Wenatchee. Taking over is Jared Ingham. He is a sophomore out of Tacoma Community College, 6 foot 200-pounder. Right-hander, originally from Kent. So that will be the evening for Gavin Garrell as Jared Ingman takes over. Wears number 2 on his back. Ingman on the season for Wenatchee, making his 4th appearance, has a 6.0 earned run average. In his 6 innings, he's allowed 6 runs on 10 hits, only 4 of which were earned. He has 6 strikeouts, a couple of walks. And he is 1-0 coming into the ball game here in relief of Gavin Garrell, who went 4 innings for the AppleSox. Allowed the 3 runs on 5 hits. All 3 of those runs were earned. And let's see, 1 hit batsman, 1 walk here for Gavin Garrell tonight. He also came up with 5 strikeouts, so not a bad night for Gavin Garrell. Pitch here to the first man in the 5th is ball inside for ball 1 to Chase Matheny. There's a good look at our relief pitcher Jared Ingman for Wenatchee, as Chase Matheny will be followed by Gavin Logan and Bryce Betcher. Foul ball here evens the count to the ball and a strike to Matheny. Matheny's done some damage, RBI triple in the 1st, and was hit by a pitch and scored in the 3rd. He scored Ben's last run to make it 3-3 at the time. A swing and a miss here on a fastball low and away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Jared Ingman now on the mound for Wenatchee. Just a little bit of sunlight above his chest here. Swing and a miss. So the first batter that Ingman faces is a strikeout. Matheny thought maybe he fouled it off, but no, the umpire says, nope, you struck out, young man. 1 down here in the 5th. 6th strikeout of the ball game for Wenatchee's pitching staff here tonight. That'll bring up catcher Gavin Logan. Logan with a 2-out, 2 RBI double in the 3rd. And a pop out to left field in the 1st, so he's 1 for 2 tonight. Wind and delivery by Ingman is a fastball low for ball 1. Wenatchee, after this weekend, will head to the road. I think they said they were heading to Cowlitz next after this homestand. Swing and a miss here on a hefty fastball by Ingman. Evens the count to Logan at 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, the AppleSox will be at Cowlitz this coming Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Then Corvallis on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Excuse me, before returning home. And that's the next game we'll broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel. It'll be on Tuesday, the 29th. A strike called by the home plate umpire on another good fastball from Ingman. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So Jared Ingman coming right in, throwing some heat here. as he struck out the first man and is ahead of the second man, Gavin Logan. The 1-2 pitch is a little outside for a ball. Broadcast location a little bit different here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. I helped build the press box that's behind home plate, but it was built to be a temporary thing. In fact, it's officially on skids. The pitch here swung on and fouled back. The count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes on Gavin Logan. So there is barely space for 4 grown men up there. And to try to put extra bodies up there is a really difficult thing. And so when we came here last time, a couple years ago, to broadcast AppleSox baseball for the first time, we figured, okay, we got to do something a little bit different. This pitch misses in the dirt for a ball, so now the count runs full to Logan at 3-2. So I built this little platform that we put on the third base dugout, and so I've got a little different perspective looking at the side of it, same as our camera angle you just saw there. Here comes a 3-2 pitch from Ingman. It's low for ball 4. So a walk following a strikeout, and with 1 on and 1 out, that brings up the DH, Bryce Betcher. So Betcher's 0 for 2. He tried to bunt himself aboard in the second, and he struck out looking to end the third. But Wenatchee still, as I mentioned, still has 2 more home games this weekend to wrap up this homestand against the Elks. Tomorrow night at 6:35 and Sunday at 5:35 on Father's Day. Betcher ready. The first pitch to him swung on and fouled back. And the count 0-1 to Bryce. Infield just about all in shadows now. Second baseman Jackson Vanderbrake in a little sliver of sunshine. Outfielders, all 3 of which are in the sunshine, but shadows starting to reach out towards left field as well. 1-2 the count to, or 0-1 the count, that is, to Betcher. Toss over to the bag at first, not in time. And that also has been kind of an interesting endeavor in games early on here at Paul Thomas, with a sunny day and the sun setting off to the west, and that first baseman over there at the bag trying to keep a runner aboard. This pitch misses, I guess, just inside for a ball. 1-1 to count. But that toss over to the bag at first early in games has been an interesting endeavor for the first baseman here at Paul Thomas, no matter what side you're on. Now we're going to have a little conversation, a little meeting on the mound. Uh-oh. Hope there's not an injury here. Never good when your pitcher takes his glove off and starts holding his shoulder and trap area. Not good. Not good at all. So the trainer has come out to take a look at Jared Ingman. Something happened on a pitch, maybe not necessarily that last pitch, but count stays even at 1-1 to Bryce Betcher here. The conversation going on about whether or not Ingman can continue, as he reached around and kind of grabbed at his trapezoid muscle on his throwing arm. Looks like he's going to try to stay in. So not sure exactly what the situation was there. They're going to let him throw a couple of warm-up tosses here, see if he's doing okay. Throws, didn't visibly see a wince. Ian Sanderson asking his catcher, John Newman, how's he look? And Newman kind of gives the affirmative. And so it looks like Ingman's going to be able to stay in here. So just a little bit of a pinch or something he felt. And sometimes, you know, a rib bone vertebrae kind of comes out of whack for a minute and gives you a wince, a pinch, a stab of pain, and then you take a breath and it goes back into place and you're okay. 1-1 pitch to the plate is low for a ball. Count now runs to 2-1 to Betcher. So meanwhile, Wenatchee will get a left-hander throwing down on the bullpen to back up Ingman. One thing's for sure this summer with the expanded rosters for the West Coast League, you can pitch by committees. Pitch swung on a grounded to third, a little trouble for Toya, but he will dig it out and throw in time to first to get the out there. So second time that Zach Toya's had a little bit of a interesting encounter at third base, but he does throw across and get the out. So 2 down here in the inning. Logan winds up down at second base, and that'll bring up Daniel Garcia. Garcia is 0 for the game so far with a pop out to the mound in the second, and he grounded out to second in the fourth. Wenatchee trying to shut Bend out for the second consecutive inning here, and this by the new pitcher Jared Ingman, who we were worried about a couple of batters ago, but it looks like he's going to be okay. Pitch to Garcia is a little low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Daniel Garcia in the left-handed batter's box for Bend. Check at the runner at second by Ingman, and the pitch to the plate swung on a chopped off the plate. That's going to be a tough play. Second baseman comes in. The flip to first is got him. Oh! What a play by Jackson Vanderbrink. Second play by him defensively here tonight to come up with a gem. 4-3 on the putout, and that'll end it here for Bend in the fifth. They get a runner aboard on a walk. They leave a man. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth. Wenatchee still leading at 4-3. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
To the right field wall.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
To the bottom of the fifth inning we go. Aiden Selfridge, Jordan Newman Jr., and Michael O'Hara do up for the AppleSox. 5, 6, and 7 batters in the order for Coach Ian Sanderson. In his first full season with the AppleSox, he was hired a couple years ago, but then last year, COVID. COVID. It's like a swear word. You have your mouth washed out by saying it. But now getting a chance to actually coach and getting a chance to bring in the recruits that he wanted to have here represent the AppleSox for the summertime. Aiden Selfridge up, and the first pitch to him from Bryson Allen misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. Selfridge looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 2. Flew out to center in the first and grounded to third in the third. Man with 15 on his back steps back in the right-hander's batter's box, and the pitch swung on and a fly ball to left field. The left fielder spun around in a circle, and somehow Sam Linscott is still able to track the ball down. Linscott did a complete pirouette out there, but then found the ball again. And so a long out for Wenatchee is the first out of the fifth, and that'll bring up John Newman Jr. John is 0 for 1. He walked and scored in the second and struck out swinging in the third.
John Newman Jr.
Newman's did a good job, has done a good job tonight behind the plate defensively, looking to help out things offensively. Takes the first pitch, bouncing in for a ball. 1-0 the count. Let's see who the AppleSox have warming up. The left-hander down in the bullpen is number 29. That's Alex Brady out of Louisiana State. Warming up in the bullpen. This pitch taken for a strike, and the count even to Newman at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wenatchee with a run in the first to tie Bend after the Elks started the scoring here tonight. And then it's been seesaw battle back and forth. A two-hopper to the shortstop will be the second out of the inning as Newman is thrown out by Peter Mendozona. 6-3 on the put-outs. 2 outs in the fifth for Wenatchee. Brings up designated hitter Michael O'Hara. He's 2 for 2 tonight with a couple of runs batted in. He's also scored a run. How about the night for the Santa Clara sophomore? So he's got the DH duties tonight, and he has been the designated hitter. 2 of Wenatchee's, well, I still say 7 hits in the ball game. Scoreboard doesn't agree with me, but, you know, what does it know? Pitch by Spencer Allen is in there for a strike. Off-speed pitch there. 0-1 to count to Michael O'Hara. I understand we do have the graphics working again, at least for the time being. Sounds like we're running on a battery, though, so who knows how long that'll last. 0-1 pitch on the way to O'Hara is outside for ball 1. 1-1 to count. AppleSox baseball this summer. We'll also have some more racing coming up in July at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Speaking of which, they've got a race tomorrow night. Swing and a miss by O'Hara here. The count in the favor of Mr. Bryson Allen out on the mound. 1-2 the count. Celebrating Father's Day early on Saturday night at WVSO. 5 different classes of racing happening this weekend. So we'll probably hear the roar from the ballpark here across the way at Fancher tomorrow night. This pitch misses just outside. 2-2 the count to O'Hara. Oh, I told you I was going to look up and see what's happening with the Mariners. I better do that. Swing and a pop up to the right side of the infield. Backing up is first baseman Daniel Garcia, calling for it all the way. Almost got away from him, but he does make the out. And so the pop up to the third baseman is our first frame of the ball game, where it's a 1-2-3 story for Wenatchee in the fifth. To the sixth we go. AppleSox still lead the Bend Elks 4-3. You're watching Wenatchee baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The bottom of the fifth for the Apple.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakessense.org to learn more.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs, and a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue, or visit online at savemart.net.
Well, third pitcher of the ball game will take over for Wenatchee. It is Alex Brady out of Longview. He's a junior at Louisiana State University, a 5'9", 212-pound left-hander taking over here for the Wenatchee AppleSox. So Alex Brady will relieve Jared Ingman, who took over for Gavin Gorell, and we hope that Ingman's okay. He goes an inning, did not allow a run nor a hit. He did walk a batter, and he had 1 strikeout. So that's the line for Jared Ingman as Alex Brady takes over for the Wenatchee AppleSox. And this will be the second appearance for Brady. He's only pitched in 1 inning so far, and that was a scoreless frame. So his ERA 0 as Brady comes in to pitch here for the AppleSox. He and John Newman Jr. will meet out on the mound to discuss the signs here. And meanwhile, it'll be Peter Mendozona due up to start off the inning in the 6th for Bend, followed by Matt Dallas and Gavin Rourke. Tight one here tonight, 4-3. AppleSox lead it by 1 as we head to the 6th, getting late here in Wenatchee. I'll get you a Mariners score coming up in just a moment. Fantastic come from behind, bottom of the 9th, walk-off win last night for Seattle. First pitch of the ball game by Brady is a little bit low. In fact, a lot of low. It bounced in. 1-0 the count to Mandizona. Mandizona's 1 for 2 tonight. Base hit to right center in the second and struck out swinging in the fourth. The 1-0 pitch by Brady is swung on and lifted to shallow center. This is going to drop down for a base hit. Kind of no man's land. Little kettle of corn out there. And can of corn, I guess you should say. One on here to lead off the 6th for Bend. And that is the first time since the 3rd inning that the Elks have had the leadoff man aboard here. It comes against Alex Brady. That'll bring up second baseman Matt Dallas. Mariners batting in the bottom of the 3rd have now extended their lead. The bases are loaded, and it looks like there's only one out for the Mariners. They lead the Rays 5-1 tonight in Seattle. So good news if you're a Mariner fan, taking on a very, very good team in Tampa Bay. Pitch on the way to the plate, bunt attempt. He went across with the attempt, and the umpire said time called, so I assume that means a foul ball on the bunt attempt. So 0-1 the count to Matt Dallas. Dallas 0 for 2. He struck out in the second and got aboard on an error on Zach Toglia in the fourth. One aboard in a 1-run game, nobody out. And the 0-1 pitch on the way is high, bounces off of the catcher, goes all the way to the backstop, and that's going to allow Mandizona to get into scoring position on a wild pitch. Evens the count at 1-1 strike to Matt Dallas. Thank you, Dan Kuntz. Dan doing double duties out there. He is our cameraman out in center field and also keeping track of what's happening with Wenatchee High School. The Panther boys at home tonight, semifinals of the district tournament. In the 3rd quarter, lead Davis 44-30. 1-1 to count here, and the pitch by Brady is a swing and a miss, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Matt Dallas. Number 9 hitter in the order with Gavin O'Rourke standing on deck. Bend, with their 3 runs in the ball game on 5 hits, they've been hitless here since the 3rd until this inning, with Mandizona's base hit to start it off. 1-2 the count to Dallas with Mandizona out there at second base. Couple of checks by Brady. Pitch to the plate is strike 3 called. Inside corner, according to the home plate umpire, John Poulin. And a big out there is the first out here in the frame, and that'll bring up center fielder Gavin Rourke. Oh, phones. What would we do without phones these days? Isn't that something? Got, oh, by the way, we'll mention a good friend of ours coming up here in a moment as well. 1 on, 1 down as Rourke steps up. 1 for 2 night officially. He's struck out, bunted himself aboard. This curveball misses low and inside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Arch Ecker, voice of the Wenatchee Wild hockey team, in a bad rollover accident coming home from Spokane here a couple of days ago. Had surgery yesterday, and he is out of ICU and into a room, and looks like he's doing really well. So good news for Arch Ecker fans. And of course, Arch, buddy, we wish you the best. And want you back here in the Valley soon. 1-0 the count to Rourke. Pitch to the plate, swung on and hit slowly towards the first baseman. Covering the bag is Brady. The throw is in time. They got him. Close play at first. Good coverage over there by Alex Brady on the scampering play by Luke Stuka. So 3-1 is the putout on Rourke. 2 down in the inning. Mandizona goes to third base on the play. That'll bring up left fielder Sam Linscott. Linscott with a double, a ground out, and he was hit by a pitch. So he's 1 for 2 tonight with a run scored. 1-run ball game. Tight one here. Look out. Linscott steps up in the right-handed batter's box. Alex Brady in relief. The LSU Tiger with a pitch to the plate is a little low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Linscott. Wenatchee pitchers, Gurrell, Engman, and now Brady have kept Bend in check since the 3rd. But Little sticky here in the 6th. Left-hander Alex Brady looking in long for the sign from John Newman. Big deep breath, and the left-hander's delivery on the way is low for a ball. So Lynn Scott is ahead in the count here at 2-0. He belted a 1-1 pitch all the way to the fence in the first for his one hit in the ball game. Wenatchee does not want that here. 2-0 pitch swung on and missed, and the count goes to 2-1. Hello to our fans on Facebook who might be watching here tonight. Appreciate you being along with us here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. I know the folks along the way also have the opportunity to watch the games through the broadcast network with the AppleSox. A swing and a foul at the plate here to Lynn Scott, and the count goes to 2-2. This is the time where a little fan support could come in handy here for Alex Brady, trying to get through his first inning of relief for the AppleSox and keep it right here with a 4-3 lead for Wenatchee. Wipes a little perspiration off his brow. Looks in as he leans in on the gloved hand for the sign. Big deep breath by the 2 and the 9 on his back, and the pitch is swung on and fouled into the AppleSox dugout, and the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Mr. Brady.
Got a handful of folks who are watching us on the Facebook feed here tonight, so hello to wherever you might be. See if I can turn that on here with my phone. Devin is watching. Nick is watching, saying, let's go AppleSox. Got a conversation between Devin and Mike Crawford going on. This pitch swung on and grounded toward the third baseman off the back of that glove. He'll barehand the ball, throw to first base. Not in time. Zach Toya with a heck of a play there, backhanding the ball at third. It glanced off his glove. He reached up midair, found the ball with his fingertips, lofted it across the diamond, but not in time. And the run will score, and the game is tied at 4-4.
The third baseman, number 7, Julian.
that ball hit down the line. Toya with a backhanded attempt. They're going to give him a base hit on that. So an RBI for Lynn Scott, and now Kadama steps up. He's 0 for the game so far. Taking the first pitch for a strike, 0-1 the count to Kadama. Flew out to center in the first, grounded to first in the third, struck out in the fourth. That is his night so far at the plate for Bend. We're talking about that run differential. Wenatchee not so good so far in the early part of the season. Bend even worse. Swing and a miss here, and the count goes to 0-2 on Kadama. 2 down in the frame, 1 run in, tie game at 4. And Alex Brady trying to keep it at that right here, as Sam Linscott tied it up with an RBI single moments ago. Brady ready. The 0-2 pitch bounces in. Newman stops it. The runner from first breaks. The throw down to second, not in time. So a stolen base for Linscott. The count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Kadama. If you're curious, if you haven't been or you haven't seen a summer collegiate game, we play 9 innings, gang. It's real wood bat baseball. This pitch swung on and fouled off of the foot of the batter. Ouch, that hurts. As Kadama goes down to the ground on the foul ball. One and 2 the count to Kadama. They're giving him a little time to collect himself after that ball goes off of his foot. By the way, if you've never played baseball before and you want to know what that feels like, go in your bedroom, reach down, pick up the end of your bed with the bedpost, pick it up as high as you can, then put your foot under it, and then drop it on it. that's kind of what that feels like. 1-2 oh, you just take my word for it? Okay. Ground ball to the second baseman. Nice play by Vandenbrecht there for the sure out, and that'll do it. But Bend does tie it up. A run on 2 hits, 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning, all tied at 4. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
To achieve greatness once, it's not the end of the journey. It is only the beginning. Introducing the next all-electric super truck. The revolutionary GMC Hummer EV SUV. Reserve one now while they last.
Hi, everybody. In North Central Washington, I'm Dan Kuntz, and I do the honors each and every weekday morning at 7 a.m. to bring you live local news, local weather, local sports. It's called Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's a fun show. I enjoy doing it. I invite you to watch it. It's Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. live right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I interview movers and shakers. We have a good time. Start your day live and local. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley right here with yours truly on the NCWLIFE Channel.
To the bottom of the 6th inning, all tied up at 4-4 we go, and due up for the AppleSox here in the 6th, Zach Toya, Enzo Apodaca, and Dakota Duffalo. Oh, now I hear some fans hollering over on the first base side as our coach goes over there to take over the position. There we go. I like to hear that. Zach Toya leads it off. He's 1 for 1 of the ball game. Walked in the 2nd, base hit in the 3rd. As the AppleSox have now looked up to the scoreboard and found that it's a tie game as Bryson Allen continues to pitch here for the Elks in his 3rd inning of relief. Pitch swung on and hit the right field for a base hit. So, and the right fielder fumbled it. Rounding first. Staying there, though, will be Zach Toya. So, welcome to Wenatchee, Zach. Couple of at-bats, couple of base hits, and a leadoff man aboard here for Wenatchee. It's kind of how it's been here. Bend scored the first run of the game in the 1st. Wenatchee came back, tied it. Wenatchee scored 2 runs in the 2nd. Bend came back in the 3rd and tied it. Wenatchee took the lead back in the 3rd on a run. Now Bend tied it here in the 6th. Now Wenatchee with a runner aboard. And Enzo Apodaca, 0 for 1 in the game, steps up. He walked in his last plate appearance in the 3rd. First pitch to him here is across the knees for a strike. 0-1 the count. You've got your tying run at first base. Of course, this is my first time seeing the AppleSox in person this year, so not sure how much speed you've got on the base paths. This pitch misses outside for a ball. I know that Ian Sanderson has said that he wants to put the game in motion. He wants to run. He says, we have team speed. I want to run. So we'll see if that recipe works out here. Toya, speed at the bag at first. Pitch swung on, popped up in the infield foul territory. Third baseman with a play. He makes the catch. Nice play by Kadama here in front of the dugout on the third base side. So a pop foul out doesn't help the AppleSox cause any. 1 down here in the 6th, and back to the top of the order for Dakota Duffalo. Duffalo 1 for 3 tonight. Flew out to right in the 1st, base hit for an RBI to left in the 2nd, and then hit into a fielder's choice to end the 3rd. We're in the 6th, all tied at 4. Pitch here by Allen is swung on and fouled off the netting, which hit the guy wire that holds the net up here at the ballpark, and then came back out on the field of play. 0-1 to count to Duffalo. 1 down for Wenatchee here as we bat in the 6th. Got another reliever warming up down in the bullpen for Bend. Looks like it's Jack Solominski. Runner from first goes. The pitch is high. The throw down to second base is in time. They got him. I think Toya was, timing-wise, was there to beat it, but his slide into second, the leg kind of popped up on him, and that allowed the tag to get in there. So caught stealing, 2-6 on the putout, so 2 down here in the frame. And the count goes to 1-2 on Dakota Duffalo. This pitch swung on a hit foul down the right field line. Long run for everybody. Diving attempt over there by Matheny. Nice attempt, about 10 feet in foul territory. Couldn't make it. Long run. Daniel Garcia also trying to get after that. A little wind whipped up some grass pollen or something. It caused me to have a coughing fit here, so I apologize. 1-2 the count to Duffalo. As he'll collect the bat. Climb back in the right-handed batter's box. Bryson Allen, meanwhile. New ball to him, and the lefty's 1-2 pitch to the plate is outside for ball 2. Again, Wenatchee coming in with a 5-6 record overall, 5-4 in division play and West Coast League play. That's good enough for second place in the North Division behind Yakima Valley coming into tonight. The Pippins off to a 7-2 start. This pitch fouled away, so the count stays at 2-2. Walla Walla just behind Wenatchee coming into tonight at 6-6. Wenatchee 2 games back of Yakima. Walla Walla 2.5 games back. Bellingham off to a 5-7 start, while Port Angeles is 4-8 coming into action tonight. This pitch misses low for a ball. Good eye by Duffalo, and the count runs full at 3-2. The South Division, Ridgefield off to a hot start at 8-4. They lead their half game in front of Corvallis at 6-3 coming into tonight. Cowlitz and Portland are both 2 games back at 3-3. Bend, meanwhile, is 1-8 on the bottom of the stack looking up. Pitch swung on a hit back past the mound. Second baseman over to his right will field. Dallas's throw to first base in time. And it's a 1-2-3 frame as it turns out for Wenatchee. So we will head to the 7th inning. And we are tied at 4. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakessense.org to learn more.
Peace of mind. It's what everybody desires when it comes to ownership of a car. When you purchase and service a car from Apple Valley Honda, we're going to give you a warranty on your new Honda, and it's going to be for life. As a car owner, you pay thousands of dollars to insurance companies to maintain the appearance of your car. At Apple Valley Honda, you'll pay nothing to help you maintain the mechanics of your car. And again, it's for life. At Apple Valley Honda, our customers are valued, and they deserve the peace of mind that comes with the warranty for life. So come visit us. We would love to see you.
Now batting for the Bend Elks.
Here we go to the 7th frame. Chase Matheny, Gavin Logan, and Bryce Betcher on the docket here for Bend in their part of the 7th. The 4, 5, and 6 batters due up to face Alex Brady in his second inning of relief for the Wenatchee AppleSox. The LSU product up on the mound, and the lefty's first pitch of the inning is a swing and a foul at the plate, and the count 0-1 to Chase Matheny. Matheny 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI triple in the first. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run in the third and struck out in his last at bat in the 5th. Again, that scoreboard's kind of wonky for my score sheet here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits for Bend in the ball game, and 4 runs on 7 hits and 2 errors. Wenatchee with 4 runs. Oh boy, almost had a sneeze happen there. I did. Pitch is missing for a ball, and the count even to Matheny at 1 ball and 1 strike. Now, that's what happens in the late spring. You got wind blowing around, you got pollen blowing around. This pitch swung on a chop slowly up the third baseline. Going to be a tough play. It's foul ball. Nice job by Toya to let that ball hit one more time, and it bounced on the left side of the bag, so it's a 1-2 count now to Matheny. My wife is texting me from home tonight. It's odd not to have Marion here, but she's saying that Sam Linscott is a friend or is someone that her son knows. Maybe went to school with him, so how about that? Boy, nose is trying to cloud up on me here. Linscott is out of Marysville, so that would make sense. The pitch to the plate is a little bit low for a ball. Evens the count to Matheny at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda, committed to preserving the environment, not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. This pitch swung on a grounded towards third. It's off of his foot, however, so that will be a foul ball. Good job by home plate umpire John Pullen to recognize that ball took a strange hop off the bat. Well, that's because it came down and hit the inside of the foot of the batter, Matheny, so it's a foul ball. As long as his foot is in the batter's box. Now, if his foot is out of the batter's box, and he does that, he's out, because he stepped out of the batter's box. 2-2 pitch again is swung on and missed. Newman blocks the ball. We'll throw it down to first base. So K2-3 on the put out officially for the first down here of the 7th. That's the second strikeout for Brady in relief for Wenatchee, and that'll bring up catcher Gavin Logan.
The catcher, number 27.
Logan's 1 for 2 tonight with a 2-run double. He's also popped out and walked. That's his evening so far. See if we can get an update on the Mariners game for you. 5-1, Mariners leading Tampa Bay into the 4th inning over at T-Mobile Park tonight. I think it was Yusei Kikuchi that was starting on the mound for Seattle in this one tonight. 1-0 the count to Gavin Logan, stepping in the left-handed batter's box for Bend. And the next pitch from Brady goes all the way to the backstop, and the count goes to 2-0 on Gavin Logan. It's interesting to look at the roster for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Well, really, I mean, interesting to look at it for any of the teams in the West Coast League. I mean, you've got kids from all over the country that converge on a small town like Wenatchee for the summer. The 2-0 pitch is inside and almost hit the batter. The count goes to 3-0 to Gavin Logan. Here's the pitching staff and where they're from. Kent, Austin, Texas, Eagle, Idaho, Grayland, Auburn, Kashmir, West Linn, Oregon, Las Vegas, Kennewick, North Bend, Reno, Nevada, San Diego, Brentwood, California, Longview, Lake Tapps, Spokane, and Lake Travis, Texas. This pitch taken all the way for ball 4, so after a strikeout, then Alex Brady issues a walk. And with 1 out, we have a pinch hitter coming to the plate. So let me grab my roster here. The young man wearing number 10 on his back is Chase Engelhard out of Tulane University. Will step up here and hit. So Engelhard will take over here. Swing and a miss on the first pitch to him. Engelhard on the season batting .231 coming in. This is his 4th game played, his 14th at bat on the season. He's got 3 hits so far in his 13 plate appearances. So Engelhard taking over for the DH, Bryce Betcher. And the 0-1 pitch to him, swung on and ripped to center field. That's going to drop down for a base hit in front of Apodaca. So Bend with something going on here to charge the 7th with 1 out, 2 aboard. And that'll bring up first baseman Daniel Garcia. So Engelhard comes in as a pinch hitter and delivers one sharply to center field. So another challenging frame here for Wenatchee's reliever, Alex Brady. I see a lot of bodies down in the bullpen for Wenatchee, a lot of arms folded down there. Nobody throwing right now as they watch the ongoing here. This pitch misses high for ball 1 to Daniel Garcia, 1-0 the count. Bend has somebody throwing some soft toss over in their bullpen area behind Bryson Allen, who's done a good job in relief here for the Elks. 1-0 count with runners at first and second base. Brady's pitch to the plate swung on and foul tipped into the glove of Newman, evens the count to Garcia at a ball and a strike. Daniel is 0 for 3, popped out and grounded out twice to second. So Jackson Vanderbrake, in fact, a couple of different times here, has had to make some spectacular plays at second to get Garcia out in his plate appearances last 2 times up. 1-1 the count here. Big deep breath by Alex Brady. Pitch to the plate, swung on and missed, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Boy, he could use another strikeout here. With runners at first and second. Logan at first, or at second base, and Englehart at first. 1-2 the count to Garcia. Brady looking for his 3rd strikeout in relief. Pitch misses just outside. 2-2 the count to Daniel Garcia, the first baseman for Bend. I believe I could look at the West Coast League and see what's happening there as well. Let me try to pull that up for you. See if Dan Kuntz can give us another update on what's happening with the Wenatchee Panthers tonight. Swing and a miss here. Gone swinging is Daniel Garcia for the 2nd out. A big strikeout there for Alex Brady. Now 2 down and 2 on, and that brings up shortstop Peter Mandizona. Mandizona 2 for 3 in the ball game. Couple of singles. He scored a run and has struck out. So a good night for the shortstop in the number 8 position in the order here for Bend. Bend led it at one point, 1-0 in the first, but have not led it since. We've had a few ties along the way, including our 4-4 tie right now. Alex Brady with a pitch to the plate is just missing for ball 1, 1-0 the count. I do see a right-hander starting to throw down in the bullpen for Wenatchee now, and that looks to be Tyler Chipman, Cashmere's own Tyler Chipman. 1-0 the count. Brady checks the runners at first and at second. And the lefty's delivery is high for ball 2. Brady again looking over his left shoulder out of the bag at second, and the pitch to the plate is in there for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. Let's see. It's asking me to install an app for the West Coast League. I don't want to do that. I just want to check what's happening on the scoreboard. Scoreboard. There we go. 2-1 to count. Brady's pitch to the plate swung on a miss. 2-2 now to Peter Mandizona. So here's some scoring from the West Coast League tonight. Corvallis leading Cowlitz 5-3. That one's in the bottom of the 8th. Bellingham is trailing Portland at home tonight in the top of the 8th, 3-0. Other league games happening tonight. So here we go. Brady ready. Runners at first and second with 2 down and a tie game. The 2-2 pitch swung on, popped up right side. Will it be playable for Luke Stuka? He'll make the catch in foul territory, and that'll retire the side. We'll stretch here at the ballpark. 7th inning stretch time. All tied at 4. You're watching AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
All right, gang.
Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people, boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play. Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people, boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Taco Del Mar is serving up their famous fish tacos right here in Wenatchee. Look for
Well, they just finished up singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" with the AppleSox Kid Choir. Some of the in-between inning fun that happens here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. If you have not been to an AppleSox game, you owe it to yourself to come on out. There's a good shot of our umpire crew here tonight. And you look at him in the face, you see him without the mask on. Oh, am I feeling old today or what? These kids, are they even shaving? John Pullen is our home plate umpire tonight. Chad Little out on the bases. They've done a fantastic job. Appreciate what they do. Due up here in the AppleSox 7th, Jackson Vanderbrake, Adam Grobe, and Luke Stuka due up, the 2-3-4 hitters for Wenatchee, who's been held silent since the 3rd when they took the lead at that point 4-3, but Bend has come back and scored a run in the 6th, and we are tied heading to the bottom of the 7th here by that score of 4-4. That's where we sit right now. Well, we got a final from high school hoops tonight. We'll tell you about that here in a second. This pitch misses low for a ball as Bryson Allen continues to pitch now in his 4th inning of relief. By the way, 3 innings of shutout so far against the AppleSox. The 1-0 pitch from Allen on the way bounces in for a ball. 2-0 the count to Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit. He's scored a run, struck out, popped out to the second baseman. 2-0 count to him here. So Wenatchee needing to get men on the base paths. Here's a chance. 2-0 pitch to the plate is inside for ball 3. Final score from Wenatchee High School tonight. In the district semifinal in high school basketball, Wenatchee defeats Davis 60-41. So they will play for the district championship tomorrow against the winner of West Valley and Eastmont. This pitch taken for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1 on Jackson Vanderbrake. So we'll see if we can figure out what happened with Eastmont tonight on the road against undefeated West Valley. Pitch to the plate is a little bit outside for ball 4. So a leadoff walk to Jackson Vanderbrake. The AppleSox have leadoff man aboard for the 2nd inning in a row. Now, last frame, Zach Toya was caught stealing. And we're going to get a discussion on the mound here about what Wenatchee might do defensively. Actually, we're going to get a pitching change as I see a man running in from the bullpen. That'll be it for Spencer Allen. So with the pitching change made, we'll take a 60-second timeout here on the broadcast and come back and tell you about the relief pitcher for Bend and the line score for Mr. Allen. We'll do that when we come back after the 60-second timeout. Runner aboard, bottom of the 7th, tie game at 4-4. We're coming back after this on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Yes, we would all love to have a crystal ball to tell us precisely where the local economy and real estate market is headed in 2021 and in the near future. However, what we do have here at NCWLIFE Channel are local experts we connect with every week to give us the inside scoop on all you need to know about your home and our local real estate market. Join me each week while we find out what's happening in the greater Wenatchee Valley. I'm your host, Crystal Hughes, and you are watching At Home with NCWLIFE.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Well, you can close the books on Bryson Allen tonight here for Bend. He goes 3+, no runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, no strikeouts, and well, the big thing, the goose egg for Wenatchee in his 3+ innings of relief. He is responsible for the man at first base with the new pitcher taking over, and that would be Jack Slominski, 6'1", 175-pound junior out of Grand Canyon University. Originally from Scottsdale, Arizona, Jack Slominski taking over. His second appearance of the season. Has thrown just 1 inning, allowed 2 runs on 2 hits in that 1 inning or 2 innings, make that 1 inning of relief. His ERA, because of that, 9. He has 2 strikeouts, 1 walk in that 1 frame. So kind of an interesting frame. Nonetheless, for Jack Slominski taking over here for Bryson Allen in a 4-4 ball game. Wenatchee with a runner at first base, and Adam Grobe coming to the plate. Adam is 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and a flyout. Righty versus righty here with a new pitcher. Toss over to the bag at first, not in time. Back there safely is Jackson Vanderbrake, who got aboard with a leadoff walk. The last batter to face Bryson Allen. Third pitcher of the night for Bend in a 4-4 ball game. Another toss to the bag at first. The toss was high, but had it been on the mark, it may have got Vanderbrake at first base. Vanderbrake obviously trying to gobble up some yardage over there and get a lead, get himself in scoring position. Pitch to the plate finally is a strike call. Ooh, my, that looked a little low, but according to the home plate umpire, in there for a strike to Adam Grobe. George Eisenhart started the ball game. He went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 7 hits with 1 strikeout and 4 walks. Gave way to Bryson Allen, who went 3. Kept Wenatchee scoreless in those frames. 1-1 the count now to Adam Grobe. Grobe tied for the team lead in home runs with 2. Boy, wouldn't that be something here to get this good crowd on hand alive tonight. 1-1 to count. Grobe back and ready, and the pitch to the plate is low for a ball. Umpire, he barks with a ball called, and so it kind of confuses me a little bit. Of course, it's, I consider the source. Easy to confuse me. 2-1 to count to Adam Grobe as Jack Slominski peeks over his shoulder at the runner at first, who stays. The pitch is swung on and missed. Tried to check his swing, but he went way around, did Adam Grobe. Luke Stuka waiting on deck here for Wenatchee. AppleSox baseball brought to you by Chelan County PUD. Get cash back for energy-saving improvements to your home and business. Visit chelanpud.org/save for details on how to spend less on better equipment. 2-2 pitch is strike 3 called, and gone looking is Adam Grobe. First strikeout in the first man relieved by Jack Slominski. And 1 down for Wenatchee brings up first baseman Luke Stuka. Stuka is 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of groundouts and a walk and a run scored. So Stuka with a chance here for Wenatchee. Wind blowing out to right here. Left-handed batter at the plate. Luke Stuka. Stuka doesn't have a home run on the year. He does have a couple of doubles. First pitch to him, bounces in for a ball, good eye, and the count 1-0 to Luke. L-U-C on his first name. S-T-U-K-A, Luke Stuka. In the box here for Wenatchee. Jack Slominski working with that runner behind him. Pitch swung on a chop back over the mound. It'll be to the second baseman for stack to second for one. They do get the run or the runner there on the outs. Stuka quickly up the first baseline. So fielder's choice 4-6 will get Vandenbrake at second. Stuka aboard with 2 down, and that'll bring up left fielder Aiden Selfridge.
Number 15, Aiden Selfridge.
Selfridge looking for his first hit of the night. He's 0 for 3, flew out, grounded out, and flew out. His night so far. Last time up, he kind of was a interesting endeavor for Sam Linscott out there in left field. Check swing, but he went around, did Selfridge, in the count 0-1 to Aiden. Fly ball to left to start off the 5th, and Linscott ran backwards, did a pirouette, still found the ball to catch it. 0-1 the count to Selfridge. Another toss to the bag at first, not in time. We have somebody who's really enjoying themselves here at the ballpark tonight. I think Grandpa is entertaining the youngster. Love to hear the laughter, unbridled laughter of a child. 0-1 pitch is in the dirt outside. Nice stop by Gavin Logan. The count even now at 1-1 strike to Selfridge. Reminds me of the first year I did broadcasts of AppleSox baseball back when we had prior to the wonderful confines of that press box. We did the first season on scaffolding behind home plate. Pitch swung on a chop back over the mound. Second baseman is there. He'll flip it to the bag at second, and in time, Matt Dallas to Peter Mendizona. That'll do it for Wenatchee. Another fielder's choice out. 4-6, and that'll do it for Wenatchee in the 7th. To the 8th we go. I'll tell you more about the scaffolding adventure of 20-some seasons ago as we continue here with AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
If Bigfoot can get cash back with a PUD rebate on heat pump water heaters, so can you. The rebates are real. Save $800 on your next water heater. Visit conservationmakesense.org to learn more. If Bigfoot can get cash back with a PUD rebate on new insulation, so can you. The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakesense.org to learn more.
Live on 92.9 KCSY in sunny abandoned.
New pitcher will take over for the AppleSox. It'll be the 4th pitcher of the night for Wenatchee. Tyler Chipman will take over out of Kashmir. 5'11", 175-pound right-hander is a sophomore at Seattle University. So Tyler now taking over for the AppleSox. Alex Brady goes 2 innings, allowed a run on 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. His line for the night, and he is done. He is due to face Matt Dallas, Gavin Rourke, and Sam Linscott here in the 8th inning for Bend. All tied up at 4-4. Tyler Chipman for Wenatchee, making his 3rd appearance of the season. He's pitched 3 2/3 so far. In his couple of games, he's given up 5 runs, 7 hits. None of those 5 runs, by the way, were earned. Yeah, had a few defensive gaffes behind him. He's got 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. So kind of an interesting endeavor for Tyler Chipman so far in making his relief appearance here tonight, his 3rd appearance of the season for the Wenatchee AppleSox. So Chipman now takes over. AppleSox baseball brought to you by Global Car Care. Excellent customer service for imported, domestic, and diesel vehicles. Global Car Care, they speak your car's language. 8th inning, all tied at 4-4. Appreciate you joining us here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Matt Dallas will lead it off here. Dallas is 0 for the night so far. Struck out twice and got aboard on an error. Steps in the right-handed batter's box. Righty versus righty to start off the 8th frame here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. First pitch by Chipman, swung on, popped up, right side of the infield. Backing up is Luke Stuka. He'll give way to the second baseman, and Vanderbrink makes the catch, falling down. Ooh, my. Wind playing a little havoc with that pop-up. Just in the grass in shallow right field. No chance for Dakota Duffalo over there, the right fielder, to come in. So Jackson Vanderbrink, the only man who could possibly come up with that one, and he does. 1 out on 1 pitch here in the 8th inning, and back to the top of the order for center fielder Gavin Rourke. First pitch to him is low for a ball. 1-0 the count to Rourke. Our broadcast tonight also brought to you by Laura Mounter Real Estate, voted world's best realtor in the Valley for 2020. 1-0 count to Rourke, who is 1 for 3 tonight. Has scored a run. Pitch is low with a fastball for ball 2. 2-0 the count to Rourke. Wind really picking up in between the innings here at Paul Thomas. Pitch here misses outside for a ball. 3-0 the count now to Gavin Rourke. Wind was forecast to pick up after nightfall tonight, and that is exactly what has happened. The 3-0 pitch is high for ball 4. So the first pitch is a pop out. Then the next 4 are out of the strike zone to Gavin Rourke, and so he's aboard with a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up left fielder Sam Linscott. Linscott has done well tonight for the Bend Elks. He's 2 for 3 in the ballgame with a double, a single, an RBI, and a run score. Big fella, 6'3", 193-pounder, will step in the right-handed batter's box. Chipman working from the stretch. Pitch to the plate is low for ball 1. Julian Kadama waiting on deck here for Bend. Tie game, but the go-ahead run on the base paths now for the Elks. Chipman checks over at the runner at first base. And we get timeout by the home plate umpire as Linscott steps out of the batter's box. Chipman ready. And the 1-0 pitch, the runner for first goes. The pitch swung on him, popped up in the infield. Runner has to put on the brakes and then head back to the bag. Meanwhile, first baseman, dropping the ball. It's an infield fly rule. The runner can advance at his own. No, they're going to call him out. So the base runner can head back to first, or let's see what the situation is. What are they going to call here? No, they're going to say that Linscott is aboard on the air. I don't know why they didn't call infield fly. Batter's out. But no, the batter is staying at first base and the runner is out. Weird. Okay, so you score that. Fielder's choice, I guess, 3-4. 2 outs in the inning, whatever the case, and that brings up third baseman Julian Kadama. Interesting. Why would you not call an infield fly roll with the batter being out? First pitch misses to Kadama, 1-0 the count. For whatever reason, Linscott is over there at first base. I guess maybe wind situation. I mean, it's a pop-up to the infield. Should be an out with a runner on the base. Pitch here is low for a ball, 2-0 the count. So I'm still not quite understanding what happened there. But the first baseman, Luke Stuka, dropped the ball and then just threw over to second base, so they get the force out on Gavin Rourke for the second out. They didn't put an error up on the board, so I guess fielder's choice. Pitch to the plate on the 2-0, swung on and hit hard, back past the bag at second. No play for Vanderbrink, and that'll be an infield single for Kadama. Runners at first and second with 2 down. That'll bring up right fielder Chase Matheny. So Wenatchee, if West Valley wins tonight, Wenatchee boys basketball would play at West Valley for the district championship tomorrow. If Eastmont wins tonight, that means Wenatchee will host Eastmont for the district championship tomorrow at 4 o'clock at Wenatchee High School. We'll have to check and see what happened there. So 2 on, 2 out for Bend in a 4-4 ball game. And Chase Matheny gets the first pitch to him and swings and misses. Actually, this is not Chase Matheny. Sorry, this is a pinch hitter. Number 38 has stepped in, and that is Bryce Tweet. So Bryce Tweet is the pinch hitter. And the 0-1 pitch to him misses outside for a ball. 1-1 to count. So Tweet coming in, a 148 hitter on the season. This is his 10th game played. He's got 4 hits on the season and 27 at bats. 1-1 the count is Tyler Chipman trying to work out of a jam. It's a strike called on the outside corner. 1-2 the count to Tweed. Batting for Matheny. Tweed with a long shock of hair emerging from that batter's helmet in the left-handed batter's box. Out at second base is Sam Linscott. At first base, Julian Kadama in a 4-4 ball game. Tyler Chipman, the Cashmere product, trying to keep it right where it is. Pitch to the plate, swing and a miss, and gone swinging is Tweed and Tweedledee. We head to the bottom of the 8th, all tied at 4. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Our experience with NCWLIFE has been amazing.
People think television and they think it's this huge production thing. It's really expensive.
It's crazy how affordable it is. I couldn't believe it.
It's not as expensive as we thought it was going to be.
I would say I was really surprised to see that it was actually comparable to radio ads or print media.
It was really affordable.
Transform your windows with a variety of colors and styles like the Allure Transitional Window Covering by Lafayette Interior Fashions. Hi, this is Darren with Mini Blinds and More. We can install the latest and greatest in technology to open and close your blinds with only a touch of a button. From the largest windows in your home to room darkening shades for the bedroom. From stylish shades for your entertainment room to custom blinds for those hard-to-fit places. We have a solution for all of your window covering needs. We offer a variety of window coverings from Lafayette Interior Fashions. Call us today. We are Mini Blinds and More, your local blind store.
Bottom of the 8th inning, all tied at 4. John Newman, Michael O'Hara, and Zach Toya due up here for Wenatchee in their part of the 8th inning to face reliever Jack Slominski, who will work in his 2nd inning of relief for the Bend Elks. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Mini Blinds and More that specialize in custom blinds, shades, draperies, exterior awnings, also exterior sunscreens with unmatched customer service. That's Mini Blinds and More. John Newman steps up 0 for 2 tonight with a walk and a score in the 2nd. Strikeout and a ground out since. Slominski working from the stretch with nobody on. First pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. So the AppleSox going to have to generate some offense here late in this ball game, tied up at 4-4. Entertaining ball game here tonight. Curveball in for a strike this time, and the count even to Newman at 1-1. Newman out of Cal Santa Barbara. Sophomore there. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air. That's going to drop in for a base hit. So a leadoff man aboard for Wenatchee for the 3rd inning in a row. on a sharp single by John Newman, his first hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Michael O'Hara. O'Hara is 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of hits, couple of RBIs, a run scored. Good night so far for Michael O'Hara. We'll see if Ian Sanderson has something up his sleeve here as he'll bring in a runner over there at first base, get some speed on the base pass, I assume. That's Justin Simpson that will go in and run at first. So Simpson at first now, running for John Newman. So that means we will have a new catcher come in. Unless, I'm trying to remember here, sometimes some of the leagues, they allow a courtesy runner to come in for the catchers. So we'll see if that's the case for Wenatchee or if they do get a new backstop to head to the 9th inning. But a golden opportunity for Wenatchee with a leadoff man aboard here as Michael O'Hara steps up. Pitch to the plate is taken, and it is ball 1.
Number 33, Justin Simpson.
1-0 the count to Michael O'Hara. Zach Toya waiting on deck here for Wenatchee in a 4-4 ball game. Infielder Kadama, Ian on the grass at third, maybe expecting a bunt. The pitch to the plate, curveball in for a strike, and the count even now at 1-1 strike to Michael O'Hara. Our broadcast also brought to you by One Way Construction. Your project, your way. Call 509-679-3256 today or online at onewayconstruction.com. 1-1, a toss to the bag at first, not in time. As scampering back there is Simpson for Wenatchee. Again, Justin Simpson, the pinch runner. We'll call him the pinch runner, not the courtesy runner. He'll run. The pitch is taken, and down to second, in safely with a stolen base is Justin Simpson. Great jump on the pitch. O'Hara had squared the bunt, but took it for ball 2. So 2-1 to count to O'Hara here, with a chance to drive in the go-ahead run for the AppleSox. Infield drawn in all the way around. And the 2-1 pitch here from Jack Sleminski is a strike. Called evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Shortstop Peter Mendozona is out there close to the runner at second base. The rest of the infield kind of drawn in, trying to keep the go-ahead run from scoring possibly on a ground ball. 2-2 count to Michael O'Hara. Sleminski checks the runner at second base. And the right-hander's delivery to the plate is swung on and fouled at the plate, so the count stays at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, a reminder, you can come out to the ballpark this weekend, tomorrow night, 6:35 game time for the AppleSox and the Bend Elks. And then 5:35 start time on Sunday. Go to applesox.com, get your tickets online, and come out to the ballpark and celebrate summer 1 inning at a time. 2-2 count to Michael O'Hara back in the left-handed batter's box. Lefty versus righty on the mound. Tense situation here in this 4-4 game. Runner in scoring position, nobody out for Wenatchee. The 2-2 pitch swung on a fly ball to center field. It's been an endeavor with the win tonight. Center fielder can't find the ball. It drops in for a base hit. He never saw it. Never saw it off the bat. Gavin Rourke raised his palms to the heavens saying, I don't see it. And it was too far to go for Lynn Scott or Matheny, so it drops in and will be a double, actually. And now runners at second and third for Wenatchee on a ball that was just lost in the heavens here at Paul Thomas. So Zach Tolia will step up here, who is 2 for 2 on the night. And a chance to be the hero for Wenatchee. Wenatchee looking down at the bullpen. Looks like they've got a closer ready to go. Can't see a number here just yet. That looks like 19. I don't have a 19 on my sheet here, unfortunately. Nobody down. Runners at second and third. Infield in all the way around. The pitch to the plate is a fastball strike called on the inside corner to Tolia. 0-1 the count. Tolia walked in his first plate appearance in the second. He singled in the third. Singled again in the sixth. Nobody down. The fly ball to the outfield scores the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 0-1 the count to Zach Tolia. And the pitch to the plate by Slominski, squatting on a grounded foul on the third base side, about a 1.5 foot foul. And the count 0-2 to Tolia. Enzo Apodaca waiting on deck here for the AppleSox. Wenatchee trying to get their 6th win in West Coast League play here tonight and keep pace with Yakima Valley in the North Division. There will be playoffs. There will be a championship this season in the West Coast League. 0-2 pitch is a check swing right back to the mound. Pitcher will field, look at third, and throw over to first in time. Good play by Slominski, fielding his position. Ball on a hop on a check swing right back to him. So 1-3 on the putout. Everybody holds place. And that'll bring up Enzo Apodaca. So still 2 on and only 1 out. Apodaca looking for his first hit tonight. He's 0 for 2. Lined out to center in the 2nd. Popped foul to the third baseman in his last appearance in the 6th. That sandwiches a walk on his night. And we will have a discussion on the mound here. I don't see anybody coming flying in from the bullpen area. So just a defensive discussion here for the Bend Elks. Again, I'll have to get some help here. Oh, it looks like, okay, Chase Grillo out of the Tri-Cities warming up down to the bullpen here for Wenatchee. So a meeting of the minds on the mound with the entire infield out there and getting a few extra fist bumps from his defenders surrounding him, Jack Slominski, as everybody will retreat to their positions. Justin Simpson at third base. Michael O'Hara at second base. 1 out for the AppleSox, and they will intentionally walk Apodaca to load the bases. And that will bring up Dakota Duffalo for Wenatchee. Duffalo, 1 for 4 tonight. Duffalo on the season for the AppleSox. Just 1 RBI on the season so far in 9 games coming into tonight. A huge one just 90 feet away. Pitch to the plate. There's a fastball in there for a strike, and the count 0-1 on Dakota. Dakota grounded out to second in the 6th in his last time up. Infield still drawn in with just 1 down and the bases jammed. Simpson represents the go-ahead run at third base. Pitch to the plate on the way. Check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire. The count 0-2 now on Duffalo. That pitch in the dirt. By the way, I forgot to look and see who the new catcher is, because I think that Gavin Logan had somebody hit for him. I'll have to get the number off of our television camera behind home plate. See if that's still Gavin Logan or not. Pitch here is swung on, a check swing. He spun around on it. And a weak approach there by Duffalo, and the 2nd out of the inning. And Slominski doing the job here in a tight situation. No, that's still Gavin Logan back there, 27, the catcher for Bend. So he's still in there. So the base is still loaded for Jackson Vanderbrake. He's made some special plays defensively tonight on a couple of occasions, 3 different times tonight. Can he be the offensive hero with 2 down here in the 9th inning? Pitch to the plate to him as a curveball in for a strike, and the count 0-1. How about this job by Jack Slominski? He came in with a runner on in the 7th, got the next 3 batters out, gave up a base hit to Newman, a double to O'Hara that was lost in the heavens by Gavin Rourke out in center field, and has got the next 2 guys out. So now bases loaded with 2 down. This pitch misses for a ball, evens the count to Vanderbrake at a ball and a strike. Vanderbrake also without, no RBIs on the season coming into tonight. Huge one here. The pitch by Slominski. Fastball is a little bit low, and the count goes to 2-1. Wenatchee players have been around each other now long enough that you can hear the camaraderie down in the dugout below me. I am sitting on the roof of the dugout, and I can hear them beneath me there cheering on their teammate, Jackson Vanderbrake. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Is a fastball low. Good stop by Gavin Logan back there, and it's now 3-1 to Vanderbrake. Vanderbrake on the season has 5 walks, including 1 tonight in his last plate appearance. Could he get a walk here and bring in his first RBI of the season, or put it in play? Jack Sleminski with the pressure of the world on his shoulders. The 3-1 pitch, low and outside for ball 4, and an RBI first of the season for Vanderbrake, and the AppleSox take a lead at 5-4. Justin Simpson trots home. O'Hara to third. Apodaca to second on the play. And the AppleSox still bad here with shortstop Adam Grobe stepping up. Grobe is 1 for 4 tonight with a double. That double was opposite way that got all the way out to the fence in right center field. Sleminski with a pitch to the plate is a fastball in there for a strike, and a count 0-1 on Adam Grobe. Grobe, since he got that double in the first, has been hitless since. A couple of strikeouts to go with it. Fans trying to whip up their encouragement here for Adam Grobe. Sleminski with the 0-1 pitch on the way to the plate. There's a curveball in there for a strike as well, and the count goes to 0-2. Well, Wenatchee has the lead 5-4 on a run with the bases loaded on a walk here in the 8th. So it'll be hang on time in the 9th unless Adam Grobe can give him a little more wiggle room here. 0-2 the count to him. Sleminski's pitch is a check swing. It got off the catcher, and the runner will come home. The catcher can't come up with the ball. Finally throws it to first base. Oh, they say it was in time. Oh my, almost a K and a wild pitch that scores another run. But they do say K-2-3 on the final out here in the 8th inning. So it will be hang on to your hats time as we head to the 9th. Wenatchee leads it 5-4. You're watching AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
For the Wenatchee.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakessense.org to learn more.
So here we go to the 9th, and a new pitcher in the ballgame for the Wenatchee AppleSox taking over is Chase Grillo, a 6'3", 205-pound sophomore out of Gonzaga University, originally from the Tri-Cities down in Kennewick. Grillo taking over for Wenatchee on the mound here in this save situation, making his 3rd appearance. His ERA on the season at 4.5. He has allowed 1 run on 1 hit in 2 innings pitched. Make that 1 run on 4 hits in that 1 inning pitched in his 2 appearances so far. So here he comes with a chance to close the door here for Wenatchee and give them their 6th win of the season in West Coast League play, and to open up the series on a positive note against the Bend Elks. Tyler Chipman pitched an inning, did not allow a run, did allow a base hit, and a walk. That's his line tonight. He has a chance to win it because Wenatchee took the lead after his inning of work. And Chase Grillo with a chance to save it.
The top of the ninth.
So here we go.
The Bend Elks.
Let's see who the Elks bring up to bat here. It will be Gavin Logan to start it off. He's got a 2-run double. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's walked his last 2 plate appearances. So the Elks are all up over in their dugout. And the first pitch by Grillo to start the ninth is a fastball low and inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Boy, he can really bring it here for Wenatchee. AppleSox Baseball brought to you by Sangster Motors, home of the all-electric Hummer EV and SUV. Order yours now. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors. 1-0 count to Logan. Pitch to the plate is a little high and outside for ball 2. So Grillo Chase Grillo has not walked anybody, has 3 strikeouts. Pitch here is right down the middle for a strike, and the count goes to 2-1. You can hear a lot of racket coming out of the Bend dugout before that pitch. And then the AppleSox fans and a chorus of clapping after the strike was called by the home plate umpire, John Poland. 2-1 the count to Gavin Logan. First up here in the ninth inning, and a 5-4 ball game. Pitch on the way is a strike on the inside corner. Evens the count at 2-2. Man who came up as a pinch hitter back in the 7th is on deck. That's England on deck. Grillo steps off the rubber, looks in, working from the stretch, as relievers tend to do. From the third base side of the rubber, here comes the 2-2 pitch on the way to the plate. Swung on a fly ball deep in the air to right center field. Where is it going to land? It's going to land in the glove of a racing Enzo Apodaca out there in right center field. I thought we had trouble with the wind blowing that direction, but no, he's able to chase it down for the first out here of the 9th inning. 1 out brings up designated hitter, and again, he came in as a pinch hitter for the designated spot. Chase Engelhardt. That's Engelhardt now hitting. Engelhardt delivered a sharp single in his first plate appearance. This pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count to Engelhardt. Bend doing all they can with the chatter out of their dugout to help their men at the plate. 1 down here in the 9th inning as Chase Grillo works in relief for Wenatchee. The 1-0 pitch by the big right-hander is low for a ball. AppleSox Baseball also brought to you by Save Mart, Shop Smart, Shop Local, providing outstanding value and service since 1962. 2-0 the count to Engelhardt. Grillo ready, and the pitch is a fastball. Didn't miss by much, apparently outside. 3-0 to Engelhardt with Daniel Garcia waiting on deck. Wenatchee looking to close it up here, leading it by 1. Pitch to the plate is outside, goes all the way to the backstop. And so a first walk in his appearances for Wenatchee this summer by Chase Grillo. Puts the tying run aboard. And now the go-ahead run will come to the plate for Bend in Daniel Garcia. Garcia 0 for the night, with a couple of groundouts, a pop out, and a strikeout in his last plate appearance in the 7th. Grillo checks a runner at first. Pitch to the plate is a fastball out inside, ball 1. 5 balls in a row here thrown by Chase Grillo. Chase leaning in, looking for the sign from his catcher. And the pitch to the plate is a fastball strike call this time, and the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. By the way, Colin Villegas has taken over as the catcher for the AppleSox. Pitch to the plate, swung on a miss, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Daniel Garcia. Grillo looking for his 4th strikeout, relieving this summer for Wenatchee. It'd be a big one right here with 1 down and 1 aboard, top of the 9th inning. The 1-2 pitch as the runner fakes a run, and he'll hold up there at first base. The pitch low and inside for ball 2. Engelhardt got a good jump, but with the fire throwing out there by Chase Grillo, even if you get a good jump, that fastball gets to the plate real quick. The 2-2 pitch swung on him, fly ball to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Apodaca will come up with it. Rounding second, heading for third is Engelhardt. So a 1-out single puts runners on the corners here for Bend in this 5-4 ball game. And that'll bring up Peter Mendizona. Mandizona's got a couple of hits in his night so far, and we're going to get a little discussion on the mound here as Ian Sanderson, head coach for the AppleSox, and the pitching maestro will come out and have a talk with Grillo. So do you walk a batter here to load up the bases? You got a double play opportunity with a runner at first. But that's a huge gamble with a runner at third base trying to turn 2. Mendizona, very fleet of foot, has a couple of base hits tonight. He's 2 for 4 on the night and has scored a run.
And tomorrow at 6:35, we have game 2 of this 3-game series against the Bend Elks here at Paul Thomas Stadium. It is college night. So make sure to wear your college gear.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow night is college night here at the ballpark. So if you come out to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, wear your favorite college colors, shirts, sweatshirts, maybe your alma mater, celebrating college here on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. So Mendizona will step up here. Sticky situation. Got to keep an eye on the runner, Garcia at first base too, by the way. Runners on the corners in a 5-4 ball game. Grillo ready. Pitch to the plate is outside for ball 1. Now we got a rundown between first and second to throw to third base. The ball got away from Toya over here at third base on the pickoff attempt. So everybody stays right where they are. And the count 1-0 on Mendizona. So no harm, no foul. Good throw by Villegas. New catcher for the AppleSox. Grillo ready. The 1-0 pitch is a bunt attempt up the first baseline. They'll go home with the play. The tag is there, and they knock him over. And meanwhile, Villegas gets up, and that'll cause the benches to empty here. Ian Sanderson comes out. The runner coming from home is thrown out of the ballgame. Engelhardt. That's the second out. Villegas not happy about the collision at the plate. The umpire quickly responds, and he tosses Engelhardt out of the game. Meanwhile, 2 down in the inning. Runners at first and second. So that's a fielder's choice 1-3 or 1-2 on the putout as they get Engelhardt at home for out number 2. Garcia winds up down at second base. Mendizona is on at first base. And the game stays at 5-4 right now. Now the discussion, Kyle Novak, the head coach for Bend, is down there pleading his case. Thankfully, everybody kept their heads here as Villegas for Wenatchee not happy about the collision. I mean, the play was well in front of Engelhard coming home, as Grillo did a good job fielding the bunt up the first baseline. It was not a suicide. The squeeze attempt, however, as the Engelhard came home, does not result in what Bend had hoped here, as the toss to Villegas came home, and he just waited for Engelhard to come home. And as he applied the tag, Engelhard put a forearm shiver into him and shoved him to the ground, and that's what caused Villegas to get up and point a finger in his chest. And then the finger pointing started, and then the bench is empty. A little spice to your Friday night. So 2 down, 2 on. And Matt Dallas is due up next here for Bend, provided nobody else was ejected from the ballgame. Umpire still making notes out there. Meanwhile, AppleSox bench below me getting fired up. Fans are fired up here at Paul Thomas. Oh, you gotta love baseball, huh? Dallas is 0 for the night, as he'll step up here. Couple of strikeouts, got aboard on an error, and popped out to second in his last plate appearance in the 8th inning. So here we go. Grillo ready. And the first pitch to Dallas on the way is a little bit high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Again, we'll be back with another broadcast here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium coming up on Tuesday the 29th. So be sure and join us for that as the Portland Pickles come to town to start a series. 1-0 the count here to Dallas. And the pitch to the plate is a strike across the knees. 1-1 to Matt Dallas. And they began with a flyout by Gavin Logan. Then a walk to Engelhard. He got around a third on a base hit by Daniel Garcia. And then the play at the plate moments ago, then it resulted in an ejection. The 1-1 pitch here by Grillo. On the way to the plate, just swung on and missed. He was trying to give Bend the lead there with a shot to left field. Instead, it's a strike in the count, 1-2. Wenatchee on the edge of it here, trying to win their 6th game of the season in West Coast League play. Their 6th game of the season overall. The fans behind the right-hander on the mound, Chance Grillo. Chase is ready. The pitch to the plate is a little bit outside the strike zone, evens the count at 2-2. Grillo wearing a uniform that dons the same colors as his college team at Gonzaga. Trying to find a little help here from the crowd. The 2-2 pitch with 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning is on the way. Swung on the ground towards the third baseman. Troya can't find it. He'll throw to first base, and it's dug out there, and he's safe at first. Bases loaded. Troya has had a few issues at third base here tonight, and again on that one. It was a hard hit ball right to him, and they're going to call an error on it. So E5. Garcia to third. Mandazona to second. And back to the top of the order for Gavin Rourke. Goodness. Rourke has 1 hit. The pitch to him. Strike call. 0-1 to count. Rourke walked in his last plate appearance. You cannot put him on. There is no room. There's 2 down. Grillo trying to get the save here for Wenatchee. The 0-1 pitch by the right-hander on the way, swung on and fouled into the net on the third base side of the count, goes to 0-2. AppleSox dugout below me is just insane right now, hollering out for Grillo to get her done. Can Chase do it? Or will Bend chase a run home? Bases jammed, 2 outs. The 0-2 pitch is a curveball missing low for ball 1. 1-2 to Gavin Rourke out of Seattle University. The pitch to the plate is a strike three called, and the game will come to an end on a strikeout looking. Handshake for Villegas to Grillo. It was definitely a team win here tonight for the AppleSox as they knock off the Bend Elks by a final of 5-4. We will grab the coach and we'll grab a player with the postgame. That's coming up here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away.
Wenatchee 5.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
To achieve greatness once, it's not the end of the journey. It is only the beginning. Introducing the next all-electric super truck. The revolutionary GMC Hummer EV SUV. Reserve one now while they last.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
The rebates are real. Visit conservationmakessense.org to learn more.
Hi, everybody. In North Central Washington, I'm Dan Kuntz, and I do the honors each and every weekday morning at 7 a.m. to bring you live local news, local weather, local sports. It's called Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's a fun show. I enjoy doing it. I invite you to watch it. It's Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. live right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. I interview movers and shakers. We have a good time. Start your day live and local. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley right here with yours truly on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Peace of mind. It's what everybody desires when it comes to ownership of a car. When you purchase and service a car from Apple Valley Honda, we're going to give you a warranty on your new Honda, and it's going to be for life. As a car owner, you pay thousands of dollars to insurance companies to maintain the appearance of your car. At Apple Valley Honda, you'll pay nothing to help you maintain the mechanics of your car. And again, it's for life. At Apple Valley Honda, our customers are valued, and they deserve the peace of mind that comes with the warranty for life. So come visit us. We would love to see you.
Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people, boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play. Hey, all you kayakers, suppers, fisher people, boaters, and splish splashers.
Water levels can change quickly.
But don't worry, we've got an app for that. It's called Current. Check it out in the App Store and in Google Play.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
Nein, I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care, they speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Yes, we would all love to have a crystal ball to tell us precisely where the local economy and real estate market is headed in 2021 and in the near future. However, what we do have here at NCWLIFE Channel are local experts we connect with every week to give us the inside scoop on all you need to know about your home and our local real estate market. Join me each week while we find out what's happening in the greater Wenatchee Valley. I'm your host, Crystal Hughes, and you are watching At Home with NCWLIFE.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter Real Estate agent show you the difference.
Let's face it, selling your good used vehicle can be a hassle, if nothing else. Consign your vehicle here at Global Elite Motors. When you do, you'll get the best possible price because of our proprietary selling system. We offer the ability to finance, add warranties, take trade-ins, and much, much more. Each consignment vehicle we represent is thoroughly inspected and marketed to attract qualified buyers. Let us help sell your quality vehicle. Buying a vehicle? Consigning a vehicle? Stop by Global Elite Motors on Wenatchee Avenue at Global Car Care.
It was a fun game. It was baseball. Yeah. It was a good game. It was tough fought, pitched it well, had some timely hitting, and did a really good job at a lot of things tonight.
Yeah, this game had a little bit of everything. I mean, you had some great defensive plays by Vanderbrake out there at second base. He had to come through for you a few times here tonight, and then comes through with a bases-loaded walk for his first RBI in West Coast League play.
Yeah, you know, real mature for a freshman in high school, or college, excuse me. Real mature at bat, very good defensively, been solid for us to begin with. Let some new guys get their feet wet and kind of see what it's about, but really good job by him.
Talk about Grillo in that last inning there for you. Had a little bit of a sticky situation, but you guys come through. Got a little tense there for a moment with a play at the plate.
Yeah, it was just a good hard baseball play. Yeah. That was all it really was. And it's also 18 to 20-year-olds getting a little excited. Yeah. But no, it was, you know, he's a guy that just needs a little confidence. He's our guy in that situation. He's going to be our guy, and we're going to ride him out. And that's just what it is, a learning experience for him. And so he did a really good job of competing.
Well, congratulations on the win tonight. That's a fun one, and by the reverberations that were coming from the dugout below me when this was going on, this is kind of a game that brings the guys together, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's guys get to know each other, guys get to see the competitive side of each other, and then just coming out on top.
Tonight, 5-4 over the Bend Elks. Don't forget, 2 more games coming up this weekend, 6:35 tomorrow and 5:35 on Sunday for Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for watching Wenatchee AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Chelan County PUD, Global Car Care, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Mini Blinds and more, One Way Construction, Sangster Motors, and Save Mart. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. We now return you to our normal programming already in progress.